Hey guys, making pasta tonight. That's good. Good starting. Good starting. Good beginning, should I say? Cherry tomato peach sauce stuff. Huh. Yeah, we got some Skyrim music just to get the ambience. Hey, yeah, yeah. W, good to have you here from Wales. Very cool. Hey, Napo. You have work tomorrow? Okay, okay. Hello, Legetu on Twitch. Good to see you. A small planet. Hi, hi. Good day, good day. How you guys doing? Nah, I would give Skyrim more than a 7 out of 10 to be honest. Scribble. I'll give it at least an 8 out of 10 at least. If not higher. I like Skyrim a lot. Sorry for ruining your pyramid generator dreams, Patrick, and I'm not even done. I've got another video coming up soon on that. Osashiburi desu, David Lopez. Yeah, I see quite a few members in chat. Hello, hello. Nicholas says Skyrim 9 out of 10. I don't know if I'm gonna go up to 9 out of 10, but maybe it's an 8.5 for me in general. For 9, it needs to be something like maybe I would give 9 to Oblivion, in fact, rather than Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6? Well, I hope not. I hope Elder Scrolls 6 won't have politics in it. Morrowind is your favorite, Dan? I can see that. There are some things that Morrowind did better, like the idea of a alienating world that looked nothing like ours. That absolutely they nailed it. But I mean the combat system, I never was into it. But it's good though. Music is great, yeah. Skyrim music, Oblivion music, I love them all. Did you hear Daggerfall music? Fantastic, that beginning. Anyways, good to see you guys. Good to see you. How you doing? Hey Olaf, good evening to you. A Morrowind remaster. I think it's gonna happen, yes. Considering how well Oblivion remaster did. Yeah, they'll do a Morrowind remaster. They should do a freaking Daggerfall remaster. For all I care, they could do all of them. I sound quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna reduce the music a little bit so you can increase the volume on your end. I'd rather not really... Well, I should probably touch the microphone, the gain a little bit. Let's try that. Let me see how that goes. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. How's that? La 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 la. I think that's a little higher, yeah. I think it's a little higher. Yeah. And I'm not clipping. Right now I'm not clipping because I can see it here actually. And I'm kind of mid-range green. Not even hitting yellow, so I should be okay. Yeah. Hey Ernia, good to see you here. Yeah, I do remember the first time I experienced Skyrim. I was in Japan. I played it in Japanese the first time. Dubbed in Japanese. I had like walking around and people looked like freaking Norse or Romans, depending. But they all sounded, Oi, nani shiten da yo? Koku ni, kore wa nande sonna koto? That's what they sounded like. Ohayou gozaimasu, sumimasen. It was a little bit strange to see like a blonde guy with a braid and a long hair and an. Okay, it's back. Sorry, touched the freaking cable. And you're like, Metatron, you're a YouTuber. Why don't you fix the cable? I ordered the wrong one. Professional YouTuber right here. I ordered the wrong one, and hopefully I'll get it soon. But yeah, so that happened. the freaking Norse speaking こんにちはこんにちはすいませんはい大丈夫ですか That's what it sounded like first time I played Skyrim. It is what it is. I have to say they gave the high elves sounded pretty cool. The voice actors were pretty nice. Anyways, I like Blue Yeti. I've been using Blue Yeti for years, developer. Honestly, I don't want to change it. The only thing is that I need to change the cable. Yeah. It's good to see you on Twitch, Cold Aeon. Thank you very much for following me there. Appreciate that. But yeah, so that happened with my Skyrim experience. Japanese Metatron ASMR. Yeah, as long as I'm not the Metatron, I think we're good. But I did see it right away this time. I'm more alert. I'm more alert. Thank you, Vladstain, for the super chat. Have you tried the new Yakuza pirate game? Better than Skull and Bones pirate game for sure. I haven't tried. I didn't even know they made a new one. I finished Yakuza 4. Once again, I finished it in Japan. In fact, the Japanese title is Ryuga Gotoku, if I'm right. It's been a while. It's been a few years, but I think it is Ryuga Gotoku, because I remember this word Gotoku is kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, I played it in Japanese. It was pretty good. And I didn't know they made a new one. I am aware of Skull and Bones. Not really interested, to be honest, but I might be interested in that one. Will there ever be a travel vlog from you? I mean, whenever we do travel with the wife, we do post vlogs on their channel, but I don't know when we're gonna travel next. Well, eventually we'll have to go back to Italy anyways. Aaron says, archaeologist here, love your show, brother. Thank you so much, appreciate. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of an archaeology themed video and a stream next week, but the video, it's gonna be about some hieroglyphs that were discussed by during the Joe Rogan experience recently, and they were talking about some of the hieroglyphs that you found in, and I say you meaning you archaeologists, found in the, not the tomb, I always get confused, the temple of Seti the First, because they're two different locations. We'll talk about that possibly not tomorrow, but the day after during the stream. It's gonna be good. Thank you, Matt, for the support. We really need Roman themed games. You're absolutely right, but Anno 117 is coming out, right? I'll play that one. I'll stream that one. The first stream will be here on the channel because, I mean, I have to. And then all the rest of the streams will be on Twitch. I'm going to play that game a lot. Yeah. Yeah, did you see that, John? I'm such a troll on X. I called myself a truth supremacist. I am a truth supremacist. What can I tell you? I think it's gonna be good. Anno 117, 100%. Hey, Dreamheart. Where is Kermit? Kermit is here. We'll have Kermit later. Because this stream we're gonna start now. We're starting to talking to chat a little bit. I don't know why we ended up talking about Skyrim, but here we are. And then we'll move into the topic of the stream. I've got a few tabs here. We're going to review a few things and just try to have, always with an open mind, looking for facts, trying to look through people's attempts at twisting stuff. And that's what we do on the channel. And I'm here also to listen to your positions and opinions, because I always like doing that. And also, if any of you is from France or in France or specifically in Paris, well, first of all, I hope you're fine. I hope you're not affected, nor anyone in your family, of course. This goes for every time something happens in the world that is bad or dangerous and what have you. You know, my thoughts are always with you. But in general, if you are in Paris and you want to present a position, an opinion from, you know, kind of first-hand eyewitness, I'd be more than happy to learn from you. But in general, we're going to review a few things. And yeah, so we're gonna go into that, and then after that, I might transition into a little bit of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, because I've got a game that I have to finish with Rampart. So it's gonna be a little bit of a It's going to be a stream like that. Because why not? Yeah. It's one of the situation. I do understand that when you say as a French person, Paris being on fire is a Monday. Well, to be honest, usually you say it's a Tuesday, that's the expression. But regardless, I do understand that because it's not the first time. There is definitely a certain level of civil unrest. And I do want to share some things that I noticed that at least the Italian government did well. Strangely enough, because usually I don't like Italian government, generally speaking. But I remember when we were in Milan with the wife during New Year's Eve, and they were afraid that there was going to be civil unrest. And I have to say, I think the government handled it well in that situation, and I do want to kind of share that personal experience. I might have some photos, in fact, if I can find them, to show you what I'm on about, and that's something that I kind of wanted to share today as one of the topics as well. Yeah, it has to do, maybe it has to do with the PSG celebrations, but then again, we'll see if that's actually the best way to look at this. Today, as always, I'll try to be as moderate, reasonable, and fact-based as possible when it comes to this. But first and foremost, let me share my screen. Okay, so let me reduce the music. In fact, we don't need the music now, although it was nice to have the music. The Skyrim music. Here it is. Skyrim. We'll get back to Skyrim later, guys. One of these days, I gotta play it. I gotta play a little Skyrim with you. So, yeah. So if you don't live under a rock and you've been exposed to anything that has to do with the internet, you'll know that there has been quite a lot of, as I say, social unrest. I wouldn't say Paris has fallen. It's a very clickbaity title. I don't know who this guy is, but then whatever. I understand. Thumbnail is rocks. I'll give him that. But yeah, it's been a mess. It's been a mess basically. Recently, a lot of chaos, violence, destruction, looting, damage of private property, damage on public property. People died. Yeah, injuries. Direct responses from the authorities. We'll discuss whether or not we think that the responses were appropriate. But as you can see, you just write Paris, and I'll tell you why I wrote riots, but you just write Paris right now, it's a mess. Now, as you were saying, we read Paris riots after PSG win. PSG is the name of I think is one of the main football clubs in Paris, Paris Saint-Germain. I think you are aware of that football club. In fact, I'm just going to show it because I like being thorough. I like being thorough because, as usual, these streams end up being a little bit of an investigation, isn't it? So, yeah, that's the football club, Paris Saint-Germain, and yeah, it's one of the most important football clubs, internationally speaking. I remember them already playing pretty well back in the freaking 90s, I remember as well. But anyways, they had a football match. I think it was the Champions League end. And it was Paris Saint-Germain versus, I think it's Inter, the Italian football club. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong, anything I say. But I do believe that this is what we are talking about. Inter, for those who don't know, if you're not into Italian football, is a northern Italian football club. Inter is short for Internazionale, which means international. And it's basically one of the two major football clubs for Milan. The other one being AC Milan, I think you all know that. And it's the one in blue, AC Milan is in red. Anyways, they had this final Champions League, and Paris Saint-Germain won. In fact, I think they annihilated Inter. In fact, it's 5-0. Inter Milan is another way to call it. But yeah, it's Inter. And then all of this happened. So you're like, goodness gracious, if this happens when they win, what the heck happens when they lose? And I know that that's kind of a funny way to look at it, even though there is nothing funny about this. It might help us to, you know how sometimes people have a little bit of a laugh in a situation that is stressful and it's a stress relief? Well, take it for that. That's what it is. Occasionally I might make some snarky comments. It's mostly to kind of reduce the stress of this situation. What I do want to say, though, I do not think this really has to do with the football club, a football match. I really honestly think that was an excuse. It was a premise. But then again, do take whatever I say with a pinch of salt, because even though I'm going to share my opinions, it is my platform after all. I'm here to learn from you. I'm here to listen to people who are more educated on this topic. And I'm mostly here to investigate and try to listen and see what they tell us. And as you see, among the various things that I've got open here, we're going to check this one. In fact, I'm going to start with this. We're going to check this, which is BBC News. The reason why I'm pulling up BBC News is because I do not trust BBC at all. Zero, nothing. So I want to see what they say because of that. Then we've got The Sun. We've got more stuff open here. Quite a lot of stuff to check together. This was just to give you a little bit of an introduction on the topic today, one of the topics. How are you guys doing? Let me read a little bit of chat now. Yeah, Animavox is saying, and that's a good thing. Are you serious? They're angry about soccer? I don't think so. I do not think this is about football. There is the premise of football. There is the fact that when you have a major football match, you have basically a conglomerate of people, like loads of people. It's an accumulation of people. And when you have a lot of people, then this can happen. But in my experience, whenever I've seen football matches getting violent, which does happen, it has happened historically. Manchester United, Man United has got some hooligans that are like that. But even in Italy, sometimes it happens when you have like rival teams, whether it be Inter versus Milan, Palermo versus Catania, whatever you want. I mean, and when you have major teams, sometimes it does happen. But when that happens, usually it's like the fans of those two rival football clubs that start beating each other up. But this is actually mass destruction. And then there were some things that were screamed, because I watched a few of these, and some of the things that were screamed and some of the flags that were flown gave me an indication that I think this was a pretext for this to happen. Now, it isn't the first time that violence is a sort of, I don't want to say a natural, yeah, it's nothing natural to it, but it's like a consequence of a major football event. It's not the first time. There was another one similar in 2022 where, once again, it was a mess. It was a football match between Paris and Algeria. I think it was France versus Algeria, in fact. And it was a mess. It was an absolute mess afterwards. But yeah, let's see what you guys think. Let me read a few other comments, because as you can see, it's good to have a conversation. Yeah, Clown agrees with me. This has nothing to do with football. I think so too. Looks very peaceful to me. Yeah, no, definitely not a peaceful protest, is it? Exactly, Brian Mardini. Brian says something that I read too, so it's interesting to see that you're kind of confirming this for me. You say the riot started hours before the games even started. I read 2 hours in my preliminary investigation of this, and if that's the case, then you know that this is not, oh, they are, and plus what the heck would they be? Are they angry because France won? I mean, it's weird, right? It's not like the only way that would work if it's the Italians went nuts because of Inter lost, but the Italians didn't go nuts as far as I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. It looks more like this is something that happened a few hours before, and this is why I'm saying, and also the way that the masks that they're wearing, you can see them here, it makes it look like they got there prepared and they had an intention to start this kind of stuff. The people that did it. But we'll investigate more. I look like Giordano Bruno? Maybe. Yeah, BBC people cover, I agree. I don't believe the BBC has lost any respect from me years ago already. And they keep getting worse. That's what's happening. So there is that. You agree, David? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Tomichigo. Yeah, I'm going to give a summary. We're going to look into this. It's not going to be quick. I'll tell you this much. We're going to go deep. Thank you, Fonsu, for subscribing with Prime. That's 9 out of 10 today. It's going well. Nice. Thank you very much for subscribing. Appreciate that. In fact, we just need one more subscription on Twitch to hit the goal. It's fantastic. Thank you very much. With the hood, yeah. I got the hood, guys. I got the hood. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, developer says this ain't normal. Come on, this is 10 times worse than England and Brazil. It is. It is. And it is getting, yeah, exactly. And Dark says it's getting increasingly worse. I agree. It does appear to be so. Thank you, Daniel Edwards, for sending 1 Metatron membership. I really appreciate that. Okay. But how about we start watching a little bit so you guys see what's going on? Because I think we need to see it with our own eyes, because if we don't watch the videos, and don't trust pictures, by the way, because they can be AI generated. When it comes to videos, it's harder, particularly when there is like a name, like a actual journalism. It could still be fake. We live in that period, but what I selected, I kind of vetted a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that this is real. So let's have a look with our own eyes, and then we'll read the articles and see if they're trying to gaslight us after we watch what we watch. How about that? Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to start with this one. Videos on the riots in Paris. Cars on fire. Stores looted. Mobs versus police after PSG, that's Paris Saint-Germain, win Champions League. Soon to be wins, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Let me double check one last thing to see that I've got a good connection. Yeah, good connection. Okay. Let's get started, guys. Let's see. Can you imagine? Holy moly, this is like, what on earth? This is like freaking civilian warfare, civil unrest. Yeah. Thank you, Vlad Saint, for supporting the stream. I appreciate that. Yeah, there are definitely people that take this as an opportunity to destroy and break and cause havoc. So let's keep watching. Riot gear. Okay, wait. Celebrations turned violent after Paris Saint-Germain won Champions League. Can we be honest and stop calling these celebrations? Is this a celebration? I'll increase the volume, sorry. This is not a celebration. This is not a celebration. And look, they're all dressed, like some of these some are like using a scarf and a hat to cover their face, scumbag, but others are actually, I think they came here prepared. And again, as we read, this happened hours before. So that's why I'm saying this is, first, celebrations don't turn into this. Okay, it's a different word. But also this happened before the thing even happened, the match even started. Thank you, Editis, for becoming a member. Commander, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the highest tier of membership. That's very much appreciated. But let's continue. Yeah, these are no football fans. Allegedly by football fan, exactly. Look at that. So this is okay. So before we, of course, stuff is the least important. People's lives are the most important. Having said the obvious out of the way, this is someone's personal car? What if it's someone who's struggling to reach the end of the month and now their car is destroyed? I hope they have insurance, but that's expensive. Like, that already pisses me off, because these people think of nothing but themselves. The people that do this kind of shit. And I don't even care. Like, I don't care where they're from, what they think, I don't care. I don't care. It's like, it's the action that makes me dislike whoever it is that is doing this. That's what it is. Let's go. Exactly. Crime bad, don't do crime. Exactly. Tear gas they had to use. Good. 5,400 police personnel were deployed in anticipation of Roka's celebrations. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Lahaya. 2 dead, 200 wooden, 600 arrested, hundreds of cars destroyed. It's what? What? No one has ever convinced me that this is because, oh, they were of course there were some people celebrating. Clearly. This is not, this is, I really feel for the people who died, by the way. What a crazy, you're in your city and you can't even feel safe because there are a bunch of hot-headed, and the repercussions to the people that did this should be really high. The repercussions should be really high. If you're too lenient, notice they were in preparation because they know this is going to happen. It happened in 2022. I don't know if it happened last year. It might have. I didn't have enough time to actually go as deep as I usually am, but I did check it a few times. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. That's crazy stuff. Paris, the city of love. Yeah, why? Please. Paris police said a large crowd not watching the match, I told you, not watching the match, tried to push through a barrier, Sky News. That's what the police said. That's official. Okay, that's starting to make sense. I know the music. I actually like the music. Thank you, Lady Jennifer, for the support of the stream. Really appreciate that. All right, let's continue. They tried to make contact with the police. Yeah. Man, look at that. What a mess. What a mess. You're asking what happened to the 2 girls pulled from the car. I hope nothing, man. I hope nothing. Look at this. Yeah, you know, all of these rioters and protesters, they should be arrested. As they did say that they arrest 600, but this is insane. They need to deal with this. A war zone. Thank you for the support, Michelle. I think people are angry because this is insane. I don't believe this has anything to do with the football match. I'll be honest with you. Like, of course, if someone is innocent. I will never take it onto people who are innocent. But and that's my moderate take. I don't care what you believe or you don't believe. If you're an innocent person, I will never make you responsible for what someone else who looks like you did. With that being said, the people that are doing this, at this point, I don't even care why they're doing it. They should be punished by the full force of the law. That's what I'm telling you. Lynn is asking, was that an Antifa-style headgear? Some of them did scream Antifa, by the way. I did hear it. I did hear it, not in this clip. I'll see if I can find it. But because, of course, anyone is going to base the level-headed Metatron. Thank you, Clown. Always on this channel is the basis of this channel. It's like, it pisses me off when people are like, oh, no, we need to defend. No, you defend nothing. When people do this, no defense whatsoever. No defense for these people whatsoever. But of course, I'm not going to take it onto someone who is innocent and did nothing wrong. But the people that did the wrong, no leniency. No leniency. Yeah. Well, that's the first one. We've got a few to go through. I am so curious to see how the BBC is going to spin it. I am so curious to see how the BBC is going to spin it. It looks like a uprising. It does. It actually does. France has riots like this all the time. Well, that's a major problem. If it is happening all the time, they got to address this. They need to see the root cause of these riots and start to bring back law and order. It's that simple. Because the government has the duty. It doesn't matter if it's left or right or center. The government has the duty to protect the safety of its citizens and the people who are innocent and live there. First the citizens, then everyone else who is innocent and did nothing wrong. But you have to be able to do that. Why the heck are people paying taxes at this point? That's tax dollar, well, not dollar, whatever the heck, euro, tax euros that need to go into the riot gear for the riot police to do the job and stop these maniacs. Stop these maniacs. There's no way to defend people that do this kind of stuff. It's insane. So, yeah. Oh, you had it muted, Jasper. Sorry about that. You can always. The good thing about the stream on YouTube is you can always rewind a little bit if you want. French ninjas. I didn't see any ninjas. Oh yeah, well they were covering the face. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't make sense, right, Justin? So the fans are rioting because their football club won? No, they're rioting because they don't care about the football. They're just a pretext. They just want to smash stuff, and that's what it is. That's what it is. I don't know what you mean, Guillaume. I don't know what that means. So, yeah. Can French bros own firearms? I don't think so. No, it's got. That's why I'm saying even more so. Because in America people have the Second Amendment, you can defend yourself. But in Europe, I don't know how it is in France, but imagine it's similar to Italy and the UK, where it's really difficult that civilians have firearms. And so even more so in those situations, the government has to step up. I mean, they did put 5,000 police officers, so I'll give them that. They did put a lot of force on the ground. Boots on the ground was serious. But then again, people still died. Imagine if they didn't put 5,000 police officers. Imagine then. That's a real question we should ask. How many people would have died because of these maniacs? I know that, David, I am from Europe. I know you can technically have a firearm in Europe, but you know the loops you have to go through in Italy to be able to do that? It's extremely difficult. And I tried, because I like firearms. I tried to go through it, all the psychological tests you have to do, and then they're complicated, and then you have to wait months before they even let you do it. And after that, you need to have another psychological evaluation from a psychologist. And then when you do go, they start asking, why do you need it? Why do you need it? They try to tell you not. And you're like, self-defense? Self-defense? But then again, self-defense in Italy, it's not like we have castle doctrine anyways. So it's a difficult situation in Italy. And I personally very much prefer it how it is in the US when it comes to like, I am pro castle doctrine. There are some things as a European that I find difficult to understand when it comes to the US and the firearm culture. I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to study it. But one thing I'm going to tell you is that if someone comes into your home and they want to mess with your wife and kids, you have every right to stand the ground and protect your family and use whatever you have in your power to do that. And I will always be like, oh, you did that? Great, great. Honor to you at that point. Hey, Ray Gonzalez, even though I joke about the French, I hate seeing them hurt. Yeah, I understand that, Ray. Yeah, totally. I mean, joking about the French is fine. We always do that. Everyone does that. It's great. Usually French are good sports as well, the French, in my experience. Lone says Metatron moved to the US for the firearms. No, I moved to the US for my gorgeous wife, but the firearms were like a bonus because I like them and I do train. I go to the local, what do you call them? I don't remember the term, but you know what I mean. Range to practice and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Range. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. We welcome you to the firearms community. Thank you very much, Daniel. Appreciate it. I'm trying to be responsible, learn how to do it, learn how to keep them properly and follow the law and everything, doing right, taking good care of knowing how to use them, know how to be responsible and all that kind of stuff. That's obviously goes without saying. I can't do videos now, Mr. 100. At one point, we did film myself in a range, and I'm a pretty good shot. I'll give you that much. My father-in-law was proud. But and we had the video, and I'm like, yeah, but no, I can't show it. I don't hunt. No, my father-in-law hunts. I don't really do that. But yeah, firing range. Thank you for I couldn't think of the word. Thought you were more of a bow and arrow guy. I mean, I do like bows and arrow, but then again, you need strength with those. Plenty. Board. We've got several. Absolutely. You've been in Sorrento? Sorrento's great. Hey, good evening, Goatee. What happened in Paris, says Krabby? Social unrest and riots. We're trying to figure out the root cause, to be honest. But it seems like it's a bunch of people. People are saying, oh, it's the celebrations of Paris Saint-Germain. But I don't believe it. I personally don't believe it. Call me conspiracy theorist, but they say they started a few hours before, and these people are just there to break stuff and cause social unrest because they revel in it. That's the reality. The people that do this kind of stuff. Cool. Yeah, I agree. Defending yourself is a right, Ohio. I agree. Okay. Well, let's see how. I'm curious. I'm going to read the super chat, and then we're going to see what the BBC says. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, let me see. We're getting closer to closer. Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe, Matt. From a religious standpoint, I would say maybe. From that point of view, yeah. All right. I'm really curious. Let's go.
2 people have died and 559 have been arrested during Champions League final celebrations in Paris. This comes after Paris Saint-Germain won their first ever European Champions League football final, soundly beating Inter Milan 5-0 in Munich. With more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Nikki Schiller in the newsroom. Nikki, bring us up to date on what the French authorities are saying.
Please.
Interior Ministry, Samantha, have confirmed that 2 people have died and 192 others have been injured during those celebrations, as you say, after...
Not a celebration.
Paris Saint-Germain won that Champions League trophy final against Inter Milan in Munich. Now, the 2 people who died, the authorities are telling us it is a 17-year-old boy who was stabbed in the chest in the town of Dax during some of those celebrations. The other person to die, a 23-year-old man who was driving a scooter through central Paris and was hit by a car. Now, the prosecutor's office say the driver was detained, but...
Good. Prosecute him.
That they tested negative for drugs and also
Who cares? He's still manslaughter. I get it. Maybe they wanted to make it aggravated, I suppose, but still manslaughter. At least.
Alcohol. Now, we know that there were a number of clashes in the centre of Paris, and indeed 559 people have been detained. Flares were set off, fireworks as well, and 22 police officers were injured. Now, one of those police officers is in an induced coma. Now, local...
Could you imagine that? Well, I'm glad it's only one, but one is still one too many. So induced coma, this guy was just doing his job, and then I don't know how they induced a coma. We'll watch it. I know I'm interrupting a lot, but this gets me emotional a little bit, even though I'm trying to keep it down so I can be more cold facts and data analysis as I try to always do. But then again, there is a side of me that thinks, what if this police officer was a husband and he has a wife and a child? That's where my mind goes. And for what? Because this absolute... let's see if they say how. I hope they do. How did it happen? Why did the police officer...
injured. Now, one of those police officers is in an induced coma. Now, local media are reporting that he was hit in the eye by one of those fireworks. We've also seen a number of cars burnt out in Paris, and the Interior Ministry giving us figures saying that there were 692 fires, of which...
Almost 700 fires. Holy moly. Goodness gracious.
There were 264 in vehicles. So it gives you a sense of the scale of the number of fires that were lit during those demonstrations.
That was coordinated then, because 700 fires, there is no way you're going to... Already I'm not convinced at all that this is like, well, they were all celebrating and happy because their freaking team won. But then for some reasons, it just became a social unrest and revolt. That already I don't believe one bit. Also because they now said it happened after, but the reality is that it started earlier, for what I could find. Whatever. But 700 fires is coordinated. This was planned. I'm sorry. Exactly, that's what I think, Ken. It's organized right. Absolutely. Totally. A terror setup, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Insane. I haven't read anything about Russia and Ukraine attacks, so I didn't see it. I don't know if it's something that disappeared on my feed, and so I decided to talk about it. But I don't know anything about illegal celebration. I have no idea. Sorry. Hey, no problem. It sucks. YT, good to have you here. Thank you, Dennis, for supporting the stream. Downtown Los Angeles had several riots lately. Police say they broke up an approved musical event. So I see, an approved musical event. So they basically changed the nomenclature, do they? Yeah. And then they say, today I actually made a post on Twitter. I got to tell you this one. I made a post on Twitter about this because I wanted to kind of start to see if I could gather information before the stream. And one person left a comment because I said, guys, I want to hear what you think about this. And if there is someone in Paris, give me direct eyewitness information, because I don't trust the media. I said that. And a person immediately answered and said, stop calling yourself a moderate. I don't trust the media is a far-right dog whistle. And I'm like, in what planet? In what planet? Also, because when I say I don't trust the media, I don't trust any media. I didn't even specify. Now, given right now I'm kind of attacking the BBC because I've seen, because the BBC twists a lot of history, including Rome, and because that's something that I am, it's kind of my area of expertise, then I can spot it immediately because I know the sources. So when they twist stuff with the BBC, it's easy for me to identify, and therefore, whereas when I hear stuff from other whatever, journalistic testate, I can't think of it in English, but whatever. It's harder because I need to go and double check and everything. But with the BBC, I've already done it so many times, and I'm like, okay, they're full of it. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on the BBC right now. But as you know, I've attacked the Daily Mail. I've kind of complained about a lot of different things. But it's so crazy that I'm supposed to just trust the media on everything? Well, then you've been brainwashed. Like at that point, you're a propaganda puppet. If you believe everything without doing at that point, you're killing critical thinking. Critical thinking is, yeah, of course, I listen to information from all sides because I don't want to be in an echo chamber. But then I have to apply my own critical thinking logics and actually ask people. And then apparently that's a dog whistle. It's beyond me at this point, guys. Thank you, Data, for upgrading your membership to Elite Guardian. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I look like a Kermit wearing a hoodie, absolutely. Thank you so much, Dojo. Thank you. All right. Let's go.
After that win, we also know that a number of
sorry. Here we are.
Were attacked. Indeed, 30 people detained around a Foot Locker store in central Paris. Now, the authorities have been responding. The mayor of Dax, where that young teenage boy was stabbed to death, said his thoughts are with the young victim, his family and friends. He went on to say, "We are floored by all the drama tonight.
Yeah.
It is advisable to quickly shed light on these facts in order to severely punish the perpetrator." So the authorities...
Yeah, finally, one thing I agree with when it comes to the mayor. I don't know who the mayor is in Paris, but yeah, you do need to severely punish the perpetrator, because if you're too lenient and you give a little slap on the wrist, then next football match, this is going to happen again. There have to be consequences for these people. There have to be consequences. So when you look at the people that did this, it doesn't matter where they're from, where they're not from. No. They need to be punished. No excuses, no nothing. If it's someone who has entered the country to do this, then you have to be punished with the full force of the law, depending on what they do. Like the guy who stabbed the 17-year-old, they need to spend their life in prison, in a French prison, in fact. If someone is causing unrest, maybe they didn't do anything violent, but they're causing unrest, they enter the country to do this, kick them out. It's as simple as that. It's like I have no patience for people that hate and bring hatred and violence. Also because they will, unfortunately, because not everyone is a moderate like me. And so when people do this and enter the country to do it, as we could see, then what happens is that the people get fed up and then they start hating everyone that looks like them. And that's wrong. But then again, there has to be repercussions here. There have to be repercussions. It's just how it is. That's how it is. Let's continue.
As I said, detaining a number of people, 559 arrested during the incidents in Paris. We've seen water cannon being used and riot police on the streets. We know that there were around 5,400 officers who were deployed in case there was any trouble last night. When it comes to the team, Samantha, they
look at this absolute moron. One second, I want to see him. Look at this absolute imbecile. You think of a tough boy kicking this? Kick an officer and see how that goes. Kicking the freaking barrier. In fact, don't kick an officer. Never kick an officer. But I'm saying, you absolute imbecile. What are you doing? What is this guy? Why is this guy even here? Why is this guy even here?
Last night. When it comes to the team, Samantha, they are back in Paris this afternoon, and we are expecting a victory parade through the centre of Paris, down the Champs-Élysées.
There we go.
And of course, I would imagine that
Good. I support this, by the way. I absolutely support this. Don't care if this is offensive to some people. No, this must happen. They need to be controlled.
A lot of police out on the streets there to police that event when tens of thousands of PSG fans are expected. We're also expecting President Macron to welcome the victorious team back in Paris a little later today.
I think rather than welcoming the President Macron should make sure that these people are protected, citizens of Paris. Goodness gracious. Thank you, Ray Gonzalez. Sent 5 Metatron gift membership. I really appreciate your generosity, man. And RRL, I absolutely understand. Yeah, the media, it's what it is. I don't believe the media. I don't believe... When it comes to academics at this point, I think we reach, because I was about to say I don't believe academics either, but I do. It's just that now I'm always on edge. When I hear a professor, particularly if it's a professor who's speaking through a medium like this, and they're like, oh, look, or a Netflix, whatever, we've got a talking head. I'm like, okay, I kind of go, with a little bit of expectation, and then I'm negative, in fact. And then when I'm positively, as it happens sometimes when I do my history hit reactions, and I'm like, oh, she was actually great. You remember that? That's great. Fantastic. I'll say it. But a lot of the times I think not only the media is clearly twisting information to benefit whatever the heck propaganda they're trying to benefit, and so we always have to go and double check, is that actually true, and that kind of situation. But also professors are doing it now, academics are doing it now, and they either do it to dog whistle, to virtue signal, for monetary compensation, for social points, because they're scared of possible repercussions. It's what it is. Not everyone does it, but now as the public, we are in a position, and me, for me as a former educator, I worked for the European Funds of University and Research for many years when I was in Italy. I was part of the teaching side of the country. And the problem is that now every time we listen to a professor, we need to go and be like, well, let's see. And we need to be careful with red flags, and that shouldn't be like that. Universities, and this applies to the UK, to Italy, to America, it applies everywhere. Universities should teach you how to think, not what to think. And what's happening in academia these days is that they are not teaching the students to develop their ability to come to their own conclusions through logic, reasons, facts, and critical thinking. They're telling you this is what's socially acceptable to think, and you will parrot it. Thank you for your debt. Thank you for wasting your money. And now we send you back as a parrot that keeps repeating what we want people to think. It's happening all over the place with the universities in the UK. I've seen stuff like this in the US. Not everything. Again, I'm not saying you can never trust academics. You can never trust the media, but I'm saying you always have to be in high alert. And I say that as a former educator. I was there. I was teaching teachers how to teach. That was my job. And that's where we are now. And then whenever you try and say that, then they use the fallacy from authority, the argument from authority. Yeah, but the person has got 7 PhDs. Who cares at that point? At that point, you're a traitor of the academic. You know, when an academic pushes politics, they're traitors. That's the reality. And so as the public, we have to push back and show them the real sources at this point. And that's where we are, guys. That's where we are. I know people will clip this, and they can. Totally. I'll never apologize for what I just said, by the way. Never, ever. I hate the fake apology. I hate the spineless creators that say something because they believe it. It's controversial, but they believe it. And they say it. Then they get backlash. They bend the knee to the mob. And they're like, oh, guys, I want to make, well, I'm gonna do it now. Guys, I need to make a video today because I know that I offended people and what I said was wrong. And it's never, ever. The only things I'll apologize for is when I get something wrong with the sources. I can apologize it. I'll do it. I've done it before. I'll change it. I'll accept constructive criticism. But if I say something because I believe it, it's not a real apology anyways, is it? That's why I say when people tell me you're offensive, no, I'm not. I'm just trying to be reasonable and deciding whether I believe something or not, or whether I support a message or not, based on my personal morality, and then what I believe in, and then the evidence. I need that because I don't want to be tribalistic. But I do make stances, and they are controversial. I'm not milquetoast. I can tell you that much. You'll never see an apology like that. If that happens, you will know it's not me. It's a clone. If that happens, that's not me, guys. It's a clone. We gotta stand up for it. And I'm gonna have some guests next week, by the way. So my live streams, if you've just become a member, because I've seen people getting memberships. Thank you so much. Man, live streams next week are gonna go. You'll see. I'm gonna start having guests here, and I'll have guests that I agree with. I'll have guests that I strongly disagree with, and I'm gonna ask the challenging questions, the questions that are not asked because I don't know, it could create backlash. I'm here for it. Apology not accepted. Exactly, because it's not a real apology in the first place. If you only do it because of the backlash, what kind of apology is that? At this point, double down and stand the ground. That's how it's gonna be. You love milk toaster? Milk toast can be good. Thank you, Nocturnal. I don't know where the rioters are from, in the sense that I haven't seen an actual analysis, but from the images that I could see, quite a few seemed foreign, I'm going to be honest with you, but I can't say it 100%, and I need the data. But as I say, I'm not going to focusing on where they're from, because I don't want this to be extended to other people from the same areas. But I do say, if these are foreigners, kick them out. It's as simple as that. If they break the law, believe it or not, I know I'm going kind of all over the place, but I just got to tell you this. I'm making a response video finally to a channel that has been trying to get me to respond for years, and I've completely stopped. I never did it. But now my policy has changed. As you know, I've been making a lot of response videos lately. And so I'm preparing a response video. I found it hilarious that he decided in one of his latest streams, you'll see it, videos, he decided to make a screenshot from something I said on Twitter, because on Twitter, differently from YouTube, where I keep my personal beliefs when it comes to religion, politics, and stuff like that, I try to keep them a little bit more private. On my videos, on live streams, I kind of speak to you like a man. So I'm just telling you what I believe. If you ask me something, I'll tell you. But on my videos, I try to keep it secular. I try to keep it so that people that are religious or not can both enjoy, because they're there for the whatever. And I try to keep my personal politics out of it. And I just look at the evidence, and that's what I try to do when it comes to the channel. But on Twitter, I'm a lot more outspoken. And then you won't find anything hateful, of course, because I'm not a hateful individual, I'm not an extremist, but I have my opinions and I speak about them. So this guy went on X, took a screenshot, and he thought he got a gotcha. It was hilarious. And I was complaining about someone who burned stuff, did crimes, dangerous things in America. And I said, well, okay, kick him out. If it's a crime, I'm not talking about someone who was speaking and saying, oh, he said he doesn't like America. No, that's fine, freedom of speech. But this guy is doing a crime, and if someone enters the country and performs crimes, why are they here if they're performing crimes? That's my question. And if you're not performing crimes, not a problem. If you're a good person, you can stay. But if you're not a good person, what? And this guy was like, see, he says he's a moderate, but look at this moderate take. Where is your freedom of speech? You absolute idiot. Speech is what is protected by the First Amendment and freedom of speech, not burning stuff. It's not speech. Does this, where is it? Where the heck is it? Does this look like speech to you? Yeah, the guess will be useful. I think they'll look at all this speech. Goodness gracious, look at this speech. Goodness gracious. Anyways, I'm making a video about it. You'll see. Anyways, what is this guy going to tell us? Let's go. Let's go.
Of which there were 264 in vehicles.
Right.
So it gives you a sense of the scale of the number of fires that were lit during those demonstrations after that win. We also know that a number of shops were attacked. Indeed, 30 people detained around a Foot Locker store in central Paris.
Artistic expression, is it?
Have been responding. The mayor of Dax, where that young teenage boy was stabbed to death, said his thoughts are with the young victim, his family and friends. He went on to say, we are back in Paris this afternoon.
Okay, a genius here, wonderful people. Look at these great people here. Fantastic, so good. Can't wait to meet them, take them for dinner. Thank you, Jasper. Sent one Metatron gift membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate your generosity as usual. Look at this free speech here. He's lifting it. He's lifting people up with his speech.
Expecting a victory parade through the centre of Paris, down the Champs-Élysées, and of course I would imagine...
I'm sorry, Mr. BBC. I'm sorry. Does this look like a victory parade to you?
We are expecting a victory parade through the centre of Paris, down the Champs-Élysées, and of course I would imagine that there'll be a lot of police out on the streets there to police that event, when tens of thousands of PSG fans are expected. We're also expecting President Macron to welcome...
Oh yeah, so we watched this. Okay, great. Thank you, BBC. Actually, I thought it was going to be worse. Honestly, I thought it was going to be worse, but... What else have we got here? The Sun. What does the Sun say? Let's have a look. French barricade. Paris prepared for civil war and Champs-Élysées battlefield. Well, wait, this is... Okay, guys, actually, this is for 2022. And now I remember why I prepared this. Because I wanted to show you this is a pattern. French barricade Paris prepares for civil war and Champs-Élysées battlefield as 5,000 cops deployed ahead of France versus Morocco clash. Thousands of police have descended upon Paris in readiness for civil war to erupt during tonight's World Cup. This is unacceptable. Yeah, it didn't show the girls unconscious. Goodness gracious. Semi-final thriller between France and Morocco. Following desperate calls for official 10,000 French police. This time they put 10,000? Holy moly. What is the problem with this guy? That's what I don't know. Moroccan fans celebrating in Champs-Élysées. They keep using this damn word after the national team shocked Portugal in the World Cup quarterfinals. This is again 2022, guys. I'm starting to see a pattern. Worried residents and shop owners in Paris have been battering down ahead of the expected carnage this evening. Jean Dauter, local mayor responsible for Parisian district, asked for the world-famous avenue to be closed. Okay, civil war. She told French News, when you want to celebrate victory, you don't come with mortars. Exactly. But these people are really only coming to smash with iron bars. This is 3 years ago. This is 3 years ago. Yeah, Metatron, talk about 2023. Rioters had RPGs in Paris. Exactly. This is not a celebration. It's gaslighting when you turn it like that. For these are a bunch of violent people that hate Paris, Parisians, the West, and come here to do this kind of damage. It is what it is. For Wednesday, everyone is afraid of war, guerrilla war, a civil war. We don't, and that's why I say, guys, and I've already said this during a live stream. I'm gonna repeat it until the day I'm dead. I'm gonna repeat it. If you're a lovely person, you're welcome. But if you hate the West, stay out of the West. Following Morocco's stunning victory over Portugal last week, more than 20,000 adrenaline-fueled fans flooded the avenue and caused chaos. Sporadic clashes broke out between hooligans and police who fired tear gas and charged several times. It's like it's the same thing. It happened. It's the same thing. So I love it how we just watched BBC and they were preparing for the possibility. It's the same thing. It's a repetition of the same thing. Now, why did they do this? Let's see. And do take this with a grain of salt, as always. I haven't had time to double check this. Let's take it with a grain of salt. I did double check that this happened. But I don't know I don't know what the US Sun, I don't know if they have a political bias. So we do have to keep that in mind. But up to this point, I watched the freaking videos with my own eyes. So unless you're telling me that what I'm seeing is not happening and it's in my head, I'm starting to get a little confused. Let's see. So why this happened? Right, so with millions of people extended to watch tonight's match from TV screens, French police said that they were bracing for a tough night. Speaking on CN News, reservist gendarmerie the captain on Wednesday thinks will go badly for sure. This guy is more of a realist than BBC. Whatever people say, I can assure you there will be clashes and riots. The French colonial history of Morocco has caused divisions among some residents. Why? What does... You know, this is why when they keep pushing ideas like decolonizing the curriculum at university, I feel like you're fueling this kind of hatred. Because people are like, oh, the French... What does a normal French person have anything to do with whatever the heck happened during colonial history and European powers and conquest that happened hundreds of years ago? What does the regular French have anything to do with that? Nothing. It's nothing. So why are you taking it? Oh, if you hate that kind of history, speak up, use your mind. I'm not saying don't... If you're from Morocco, this happened. I'm sure, again, plenty of people from Morocco who are lovely. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Not everyone. But the people that do this, so this kind of guy, it's ridiculous. It's at this point, it's hatred. They should not be defended in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter at that point, your political leanings. The people that break the law and are criminals and are full of hatred need to pay the consequences of their actions. And believe it or not, this is a moderate take. Believe it or not. Yeah, so anyways, this happened in 2022. What about today? What about 2 days ago? Paris erupts in celebration. Riots after PSG wins. And again, celebrations. 2 dead and 500 arrested. Now we know it's almost 600. 700 fires, guys. Holy moly. Thank you, Sean. Is anybody surprised? Yeah, I understand that. It's like, I know that people are going to bring in the topic of immigration. I've already kind of spoken about my positions on immigration. I might make eventually a stream dedicated to immigration, but my positions are very sensible. I am an immigrant, but I'm a legal immigrant. I understand that sometimes people present this idea. So, of course, I'm saying that to say I'm not against immigration when it's legal. But when there is illegal immigration, I know that there are people that say, no one is an illegal. But to me, that's a virtuous signal. And it's a sentence that you want to say so that people can think, wow, what a humane person you are. You are so virtuous. But the reality of that statement, the only way in which I would connect to that statement from a real point of view, not philosophy, from real, practical and applicable laws, is that no one is illegal on planet Earth. That's it. That's as far as I'm happy to go. And I would love to be able to live in a society where borders didn't need to exist, but we don't live in that society because people that are violent exist. They exist everywhere, but they do exist. And so you have to make sure borders are necessary, laws are necessary. Immigration needs to be a process because immigration has limits. And if you break the limits of that immigration, even if you are the most forthcoming pro-immigrant person on the planet, you need to be realistic about this and understand that the system will collapse and you won't be able to help those people that you really want to help. And that's the good people. Now let's talk about the bad people that immigrate. The bad people that enter a country, when they enter without a process, you cannot do a background check. When I entered the United States of America, they checked everything. Everything. They checked my background. They checked whether or not I broke the law. Spoiler alert, I didn't. They saw that I served in the military. They checked if I had any affiliations to groups that could be potentially dangerous for the regular population. They checked everything, my work employment history, whether I was someone who was anything. They checked everything. I'm not going to ignore the super chats. I just wanted to finish the point, Face, and then I'll read the super chats, of course. I'm very grateful always, but I did want to finish the point. So that kind of background checks are necessary to be able to make sure that the people that come into the country, regardless of their ethnicity, they need to be good people. They need to be good people. And you have to, it is your duty as a government to protect your own people from, unfortunately, some people that will use the system to enter and cause chaos. And when they do, and you catch them and they break the law, they need to be expelled, because we are happy to keep the people that are nice. We are not happy to keep the people that hate us. This is just basic logic. This is just basic logic. So there is that. All right, let's have a look at Super Chat. I'm getting a little hot as well. I think the air conditioning has stopped, so I'm going to read the Super Chats in a second. I'll be right back. I do need to turn on the air conditioning, though, because it's hot. Thank you. Of course I'm hot. 68. Goodness gracious, guys. 68. Well, here we are. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so let's see. And thank you again, guys, for your generosity. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Faye says, trying to type what I wanted to say keeps getting blocked. Here's $5 anyways. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, it's not me. It's probably a filter. I'll have to review those, make sure they're not too harsh. But usually I keep a balanced filter when it comes to that. Aaron, thank you very much. I'm the same. I can't, Steph. Okay, yeah, I read that one. Thank you, PK Cantor, for your support. Nocturnal, yeah, you were asking me that, and I said that. Yeah, Daniel says, hey, Metatron, don't forget about the video Ryu versus Scorpio that was recommended a few days ago. I want to see your reaction. Yeah, totally. We can check it out later. As I say, this is the main topic of today's stream because it's very recent. It just appeared on my feed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to share it. And the reason why I decided to talk about this, by the way, is because I know that even though usually I try to stay a little bit out of this sort of topic because they don't have to do with history necessarily, with the live streams, I decided to make an exception. Because at the end of the day, due to the fact that I present no hatred, and I try to be, as I say, present a moderate take, I think that can help. I personally think that can help, which is also why you will notice that I'm not removing people. I'm not blocking people for what they say. Because if you block someone or someone says something because they're being emotional about this and they say something, if I just say, you're a racist and block them, then is that person going to change? No. But if they stay here, unless they really go completely nuts, at which point, yeah, they will be blocked. But if they stay here and they listen to reason and they listen to someone who presents a strong stance, but also at the same time tries to be, still not take it onto the innocence, is trying to be moderate and not hateful, maybe they will be de-radicalized. And that's why I think, yeah, even if it works on a few people, I feel that could be good. I think that could be good. Because what's the alternative? Someone is just going to call them names. Oh, you're a fascist. Oh, you're whatever. And then what's that going to do? Radicalize them. It's worse. And then if they go into the echo chamber, then they will never hear a position that is a bit more like, yeah, okay, but let's not go too far. We need to kind of look at this in a way that makes sense and it's logical. And so that doesn't benefit them. I'd rather, particularly if these people are young, that are getting radicalized on whatever side, I'd rather that they come here and they listen to someone who has a bit more of a grasp on, not because I know better, but simply because I've done the very best to try and not get radicalized. And a few times when people were constantly calling me racist, I risked it myself. But luckily I kind of kept my cool, and that happened. Anyways, let me see. Well, yeah, face to the... let me see if I can read your full name so you know I'm talking about you. You were saying face to the screen. Yeah, sure. I mean, as I say, immigration needs to be controlled. I'm not against immigration, but immigration needs to have a system and needs to be controlled. And as I say, I don't understand. Like when I moved to Japan, I loved Japan. I wanted to learn the language, I wanted to learn the culture, I wanted to become a productive member of society. As I came to America as an immigrant, I love America. I'm here to learn your way of life, if you're American watching. I'm not here to hate, and I would not emigrate to any country, regardless of where it is on the planet, to go there and start hating everything and breaking stuff. What? What's the point of doing that? That's what I don't understand. Have you heard of Ground News? You like it? Yeah, they sponsored me, Daniel, a couple of times. I actually like them a lot. I do. I hope they sponsor me again. Next. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I think I read that. Riots, yellow vests happening. Yeah, I think I read that one. Marvin, hating on a country while enjoying its benefits. Yeah, it makes no sense. Stuff probably going behind stuff is probably going behind the scenes and under the table. It's possible. I mean, I don't know. But as I say, this did look like it was organized, at least to me. Height 52, thank you. Do you see a pattern? Yeah, of course, I'm not going to call you anything. But if there is a group who has a tendency to riot and burn, maybe you should let them into the country. I would say, once again, innocent until proven guilty. But yeah, of course, there are, unfortunately, some areas in the world where there are some aspects of incompatibility. It does happen. So you might want to just keep an eye. Keep an eye, see as the situation, oh, this is a good person, it's a good family, they want no trouble. They just want to live their life, but they want to relocate here for X reason, job, opportunity, whatever, then I have no problems whatsoever. But if it's someone who hates us, who hates the West, because in this case we're talking about the West, whether it be Europe or America, if it's someone, but I would say the same, if someone's trying to immigrate in Japan, but they hate them, then you do have to keep an eye on that, because at that point, I don't see a reason to have them around at that point. YouTube also has an auto filter, yeah, based on the combination of channel plus user trying to super chat. Really, kind of an AI adapted filter. I didn't know that, Jack. Thank you for telling me that. Which is your favorite football club, Palermo? They ask on Twitch, Aris. Yeah, I mean, I started supporting Palermo out of personal preference because of the city. But before that, because Palermo used to be Series B, so before Palermo became Series A, I was an AC Milan supporter. Thank you, Non-Snow. Followed you for years, but first time catching a live. Thanks, so good to have you here. No idea what we are talking about yet, but hello from Sweden. Hello to you. Appreciate. By the way, I have a video coming up soon talking about the Vikings, because some stuff has been, and Norse in general, because a lot of stuff has been said lately, and I'm going to feel like I need to defend your history, my friend. So that's going to happen very soon. on the channel. It's just taking a little longer because I'm actually putting up gathering the bibliography, making sure I double check the information. I had to look into some genetic stuff, but it's coming up soon. Anyways, I'm live every day, Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So thank you for being here. All right. I think I read all the super chats. You just got here, Paris went violent because they want a kickball. No, that's what we were saying. We don't think it has any, I don't think it has anything to do, I don't want to speak for you, but I don't think it has anything to do. I think these were riots caused by people who were just violent and wanted to break stuff. You look forward to that video, says Daniel Edwards. Yeah, it's in the making. Because people have been saying stuff about the Vikings. It's mostly, I've seen, it's in the UK, BBC, couple of professors at universities in the UK, and now it's being parroted around as well. In all sorts of videos, and basically people are claiming that the Vikings weren't blonde, and also the fact that they say Vikings, the Norse weren't blonde, the Norse weren't, and then they put these pictures that they were, they didn't have a single ethnicity, that they were multi-ethnic, that they weren't white. It's like there's this, and then I have watched the videos. The professor is an absolute, I won't say the word. But I'm just telling you, I've been doing the research. We're going to look at the facts, as usual. We're going to look at the facts, and but I've already done it. I'm just putting together the script now, but I've already done the research, so I can already tell you it's nonsense. It's nonsense, and but it's crazy because it's nonsense with an academic coat of paint. Yeah. That too, Robert, exactly. As a Celtic survivor, should I retake Gaul because the Romans killed off all the Druids, took their homeland? Well, a lot of Druids were in Britannia too, so I'm not sure they did. They took all of them out. But yeah. Yeah, so the Norse, yeah. First it was the North, now it's the Norse. Before that, it was the Anglo-Saxons. Before that, it was the Romans, not the European and whatnot. Before that, it's like it's a pattern, and I won't be gaslit. I won't be gaslit into like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. And then it's decolonize the curriculum, and then it's ancient Greek classes are being censored because you can't use the words because the ancient Greeks are offensive and misogynistic. It's like it's and then the university in Canada telling me how to speak, what words I'm supposed to say. It's yeah. So anyways, I'm making a video about that. Sean, thank you very much. Thanks for political commentary. Goes to sleep now. Absolutely. Have a good one and good night. Thank you. Metro, how do you decide who your guests are? Well, some I invite. Others actually ask me to come on the show. I've had a few people asking me to come on the show, and I have no problems with that. I will prepare some questions ahead and send them to these people. I can't say who it is. And then, but some guests I'm actually inviting myself. And that's how it is. Saturday content creators, of course, I'm talking about. Yeah. And Faye says governments are being run by people that aim to destabilize their country, so the food and the place with people. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of plenty of governments right now and what they're doing. I don't claim to understand the depth of each single country's political situation. But for what I can see, I can still kind of make my mind. I don't really like where things are going. Yeah. Oh, I'm very aware of that, Yosemite. Yeah, sure. I mean, I've addressed that so much already. I would love if you invited Coleman Hughes. The name rings the bell. I can't remember who it is though. 700 fires, exactly. Yeah. What kind of fires? Big, small, cars, trash, buildings, everything, all of that. Of those, about I think 250 were cars. That's what I read. But in general, yeah. Yeah. All kinds of fires, absolutely. Yeah, I really hope that they can restore law and order, to be honest. I really do. At the end of the day, I do see the French as my neighbors. I'm sure you understand. Oh yeah, the situation in Mount Etna. Let's have a look at that. I did see that. Let me have a look at that very quickly, by the way. Because how long have we been live? Yeah, 1 hour of talking about the riots, I think is plenty. We can switch topic now. Yeah. Let me see. Let's have a look. One moment. Oh yeah, there's been an eruption in Sicily. Goodness gracious, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Eruption in Sicily. Crazy. 23 hours ago?
At the top of Europe's most active volcano today, the terrifying rumbling sound of explosions sent this tour group scrambling. This is called touching the impossible, this Mount Etna tour guide says, racing his group to safety. We're 2 steps away. Look at this. The mushroom cloud behind them balloons.
She actually didn't translate what the guy said. He said, look, we were, because they were going up the mountain, because they do. It's very beautiful, by the way, around the Etna. And then he said, we were literally a couple of feet from the, couple of steps, he said, from the volcano when it started erupting. That's what he said, just to translate. Thank you, Mortal Wombat. What a name for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see.
Ballooning above Sicily's highest peak. The column of smoke shooting more than 20,000 feet in the air, sending smoke, ash, and rock for miles.
Close call.
Keith and Kristen Neswinder from outside Philadelphia took a Mount Etna tour yesterday. And today witnessed the massive eruption 30 miles away from Taormina. And as we were talking tonight, it began erupting again.
Whoa, I can see it. It's going up.
Yeah. It's going right now. Yeah.
I mean, this morning was
That's crazy.
the most astounding thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And the most powerful.
Yeah, Etna is massive. If you think Vesuvius is big, Etna is massive. The eruption is tied to heavy solar activity. I've been following it closely. Really known. That's insane. Yeah, Mount Etna is rioting, guys. Holy moly. Hey, Devil Ray on Twitch. Good to see you here.
Powerful eruption this Italian island has seen in more than a decade. Molly Hunter, NBC News, London.
That was crazy. I did not know that happened. I hope people... I wouldn't stand anywhere near the volcano. I mean, sure, but people do live there. So it's like it's not they have a choice. Mount Etna be continuous. Well, yeah, but not like that. I hope everyone is safe. Absolutely. Cover the cannoli. Well, actually, cannoli are a Sicilian sweet, but dessert, by the way. You can find it anywhere in Italy, but highest quality is in Sicily. I don't even care if someone disagrees, they're wrong. Because we invented them. So I guess you should cover the cannoli, yeah. You should totally cover the cannoli. No need for an S, though. It's already plural. Active volcano erupts. People surprised. No, it's because it exploded. It usually doesn't. Usually, what happens in Catania is that you'll get a little bit of pumice and a little bit of dark ash on the buildings, but that's kind of it. So if it actually exploded and it's got lava going down, that's not what usually happens. Yeah, cannoli tier list. I might consider that. I might consider that. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. The thing about the other volcano, thank you, Jack Ray, leave the lava, take the cannoli. Totally, you could put lava inside the cannoli. I don't know why I just imagined it looking like Minecraft, but with cannoli and with those graphics and then the lava inside, I have no idea why this happened. But, yeah, goodness gracious. No, I was saying like the Vesuvius as a volcano is, let me just show you one thing, because I don't know if you know this. Kind of want to show you one thing. Okay. See if I can find a good picture of it. I'm looking, yeah, there we go. So, the Vesuvius super famous because of Pompeii, obviously. And that's another one of those situations where people might be asking, why did the Romans even build so close to the to the volcano Didn't they know that that could have been dangerous and could have destroyed the settlement and the city of Pompeii? But here's the thing that you may not know. You see this picture where you can clearly see the Vesuvius goes up, then he has a little cut, right? Because this is the mouth of the volcano, and then it goes back up. It did not look like this in period. This is what it looks like because it exploded. And so the top part was literally shot in the air, destroyed. And then all the lava, pumice, and then all the stuff happened. The eruption, it was a Plinian eruption. In the times of the Romans, this was closed. It was one single peak, and you can see it in the art, ancient Roman art. If you ever see a representation of Mount Vesuvius, it doesn't have this double thing. It's just one single peak. So the reality is that the Romans did not know it was a volcano. Just thought it was a mountain. That makes sense then if you think about it. Which city is Metatron from? Palermo, Jabba, in Sicily. Thank you. And yeah, the mountain looks great. You would set around. Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is that if you look, and I looked into the sources for this, and the previous time that there was an eruption from the Vesuvius was prehistoric. And this is documented, not because it's documented in the sense that we can see it, like geologists figured it out. And the previous eruption was prehistoric, which means that there was no collective memory of that. And I checked, I looked into the sources. There was no collective memory of that eruption that happened in the freaking Paleolithic. Probably not the Paleolithic, but it happened in the Stone Age. And so they had no memory of it. And the Romans built around it thinking it was a mountain, and one day it freaking exploded. Isn't that crazy? The canolitron, that's what we need. But in general, humans have always settled near volcanoes. We do it even when we know, so even more so in the situations. But we do because the land around it is fertile. The Romans, in fact, thought it was fertile because of fat. They didn't know why. They didn't figure out why it is. Now we know. But they didn't know that it was. You can imagine why. I mean, it's not like you need molecular science to figure out that if you plant in a certain area, it works. You just need experiential knowledge at that point. And they tried to figure it out. They tried to guess it. They guessed it wrong, but it still was interesting. And so there are advantages to settling around a volcano, or whatever. But then again, of course, there are also possible disadvantages, and this is one of those. Yeah. I live close to a mountain, now I want to move. Yeah, you never know. Ejaba says, genetically southern France are the same as Italians and Spanish, right? I mean, I think we are very similar, yeah. Every time I met, it depends, but every time I met a French person from France, yeah, until they speak, I won't be able to necessarily tell they're French. Sometimes you can, but it's very rare, usually. So I'll just say that. Similar, but then again, there is still difference. Like, of course, the percentages change. I think French people have a higher percentage of blondes compared to Italy. And then Italy has a higher percentage of blondes compared to Portugal, for instance, and Spain. But I think Portugal even less, to be honest. And Greece. Those are pretty low in percentages. I think the French have a little higher percentage, but not as high as Germanic countries and Nordic countries. Not that everyone is blonde in Scandinavia, but the percentages are clearly a lot higher than they would be. But yeah, I've looked into that data recently because of the production of the video that I told you about, that I'm making about the Norse. So I actually have the data fresh in my mind. So sometimes you can, yeah, but a lot of the times you have to wait for them to speak. If they are white French, I'm saying. Yeah, Dan says, as a half Spaniard Brit, I have a red beard. It comes from my Spanish side. Probably the Celtic side of your Spanish side, because there were Celts in Spain. So it could be that it's something that is connected to the Celts, because the Romans do mention the Celts as having red hair, particularly the ones in Scotland. But then again, Caesar does mention it, and I think Pomponius Mela is the other author that tells us about what people looked like, and usually there is this thing that they speak about red hair as one of the characteristics. A Spanish ginger, yeah, sure. Central. My voice is too low? How is it? Maybe you need to increase your volume. I know it's a little bit low, but when I look at this, like, look, I'm speaking, I'm kind of mid-range. Maybe we want to reach high range green. I could try and increase it a little bit. Yeah. James says red hair comes from the Germanics. That's why the Celts have it through intermingling. I wonder why the Scots were considered the red-haired ones then. I don't know where the mutation happened first. I'm not sure. I don't remember that for red hair, but I do remember that usually the Germanic type by the Romans is described as blonde, as the typical, and then it's the British Celts that are usually described as red, particularly up in Scotland. But those are Britons. So they wouldn't. They're Celtic, but they're not Germanic. They're Celtic. So I wonder. Yeah, red hair comes from Thor. Prove me wrong. I can't prove you wrong. Red hair comes from the Netherlands DNA. Ultimately, is that the place where it first originated? I have no idea. Robert, half Irish, half Scottish, and you're American. Cool, 50-50. Yeah, my wife is half German, half Irish. It's my wife's heritage. Thank you, Shu, for the support. What's your opinion of the Parabellum history videos? I like your commentaries on Max Miller. I don't think I've ever watched them, so I'll have to check them out. Thank you for the suggestion. I absolutely will. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. When I was learning OBS, I was told to aim for high green into yellow. Hope that helps. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to do that. I think for that, how about that? This is it's still kind of, man. I need to scream to reach to reach yellow. I need to scream, man. I already thought it was loud. You think it's better? Yeah, I can increase the gain. Alternatively, I can speak closer to the mic. That's also an option. In fact, I think that is an option. That is a good idea. TG says, oh, someone here called the redheads mutants. I mean, so is blonde hair. Blonde hair is a mutation. They identified the gene. It's better? Okay, good. Jack Chip had done my second book, Jungle Wars, Part 2, Liberty on Amazon. Coincidentally, it's about samurai fighting Romans over an energy source. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to finish. I need to get onto the book writing myself. Yeah. I agree, developer. Yeah, I think red hair looks really good. How about pink and blue? Not a genetic mutation, it's a social mutation. But whatever. I'm the freedom guy. Whatever hair you want. You do whatever hair you want, I don't care. Thank you, ugliest Caesar. I heard Greeks loved redheads. You know what, Mr. 13? It's kind of funny, but I actually found an ancient quote that described the typical Greek as having red hair. And that's so strange because I always imagine Greeks to be, so I'll have to double check that quotation, but it is ancient. So I'll have to double check it. Maybe they did have some red hairs. People, maybe. Because I always imagine Greeks to being predominantly with a Mediterranean type of look. So like that, kind of black hair, dark eyes, and fair skin. Although then again, the men usually tended to have tanned skin because that was a cultural thing, while the women would have lighter skin. That's one thing that they did. But usually that's how I imagine them. And they probably had some brown hair as well. They probably had a few blondes, but probably not that many, particularly in classical antiquity. But even now, the percentages are pretty low of blondes in Greece. When it comes to red hair, it's so strange, though, that I found this passage that I read it just yesterday. And this ancient author was like, a Greek? So yeah, the typical Greek would have red hair. And I'm like, really? Strange. Didn't Helen or Troy have red hair? Maybe you're right, Boetius. Yeah, I think in one of the descriptions at least. redhead women with blue eyes, right, guys? Yeah, blue or green, because green and red being complementary colors is also a nice combination, in my opinion. Here we go. Dan the Jedi gets me. Dan the Jedi gets me. But then again, I'm married with a woman with green hair. Sorry, green eyes, not green hair. Green eyes. That I know of, not green hair. But then again, if she wants to turn her hair green, she can do it if she wants to, of course. Green eyes are really rare. Yeah, true. I like green eyes. Yeah, not green hair, Nicholas. That's a new one. Green hair, let's go. Man, if she comes to check on the stream later, I'll tell her. I love your green hair and see what she says. Noble Bird, thank you for the support. Writing a time travel novel, the agents travel to a time 440 BC. What do you recommend for research? 440 BC, so like early Republic. There is quite a lot of stuff that you can research for the early Republic, to be honest. I'll have to see, but I'll see if I can come up with some books out of my head like this. Do dig into the sources, though. It's the best thing. It's the best thing to do. Reading books is good, but diving into the sources is always the best thing to do. Yeah. How about green hair and red eyes, guys? As suggested by Alpha Nanas on Twitch. How about that? How about that one? 1 second. Cool. I did promise I was gonna watch that Scorpion versus. Help me find it. Help me find it. So was it Ryu versus Scorpion? But let me see. And then you said he had millions of views. Mugen, I think you said. 10 years ago. I don't think it's that one. It doesn't have the views. So I'll wait for you to tell me more about it. You don't care about eyes too much? No, I think eyes can be pretty. All eyes are pretty, though, to me. I have my own preferences. I prefer green and blue. I think they're the most aesthetically pleasing to me. But also, probably it's also because I have black eyes, very dark brown eyes. So maybe that's why. It's kind of, you like what you don't have sometimes, I suppose. But, you know, the dark eyes give you deeper looks, deeper, what's the expression? Stare, a deep stare. And there is the dark out of it that's kind of cool. So, I don't know. Depends. The one that is 18 years old. So this one, 4 million, Ryu versus Scorpion. I won't watch the whole 4 minutes, though. That's too long. But I will watch a little bit, because I did promise you. Thank you, Ninja Hamster, for becoming a guardian. Really, very much appreciated. Let's see what's going on, guys. Let's see what's going on. Let's check it out. Alright, already the setup, I see Mortal Kombat 3, is it? Or is it Ultimate? Is it Ultimate? Also, let's double check that it's a one before I start watching. I'll wait for you to tell me, yes, it's this one. Daniel. Your brother has gray eyes. Yeah, you know, sometimes in the sources, while we wait for Daniel, you say, yes, okay, cool. So in the sources, we oftentimes find emperors and gods and goddesses that we don't know if they had blue eyes or if they had gray eyes, because they use the same term in ancient Greek and sometimes in Latin. So one of these is Athena. She may have had blue eyes, but she may have had gray eyes, and there is no way for us to know, just so you know. Thank you for upgrading your membership, Jasper Owens. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I already said thank you to Ninja Hamster, but I'll say it again. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Mugen is a separate game engine for fighting games. I did not know that. Very cool. And one of your daughters has gray eyes, says Supremis. Very cool. You should tell her that she probably has the eyes of Athena. Height 52, thank you for the support. I wish people would stop assuming that means non-white. I'm 100% Nordic and Germanic, and I tan dark. Oh, yeah, of course. People can... Well, okay. So when it comes to skin, there is there is a scale. And the lowest, number ones, don't tan. It's like the whitest possible, and before you actually get to, what's the word, albinos. So I would say albinos and scale 1, they burn, they don't tan. Very, very fair. But already scale 2, you still have a white skin, but you do tan. Like I tan. in the sun. Even though I'm relatively white, I do tan. And then you keep going up until you go into more of an olive. And olive is really an umbrella term and I use it all the time because it pisses off afroscientists every time I use the term olive. So now I will make sure to double down on using it because there's nothing wrong with it. But and then people say, no one looks like an olive. And I'm like, yeah, great. Congratulations for your high IQ. Regardless, olive goes from a very light brown to a medium brown. So olive actually has several possibilities. So you will have Mediterranean people that do have a little bit of olive skin, and then you also have North Africans with an olive skin. So you will have and Africans as well, depending on the tribe. And then you go into brown, and then you go into black, and all the way up to the types of blacks that are really as black as the screen. And so there is a lot of variety, and of course it has to do with the intensity of the sun. It's obviously that's what it is. And but yeah, some people are like that. Some you can be white and still tan. And I think Greeks and Romans would have been like that. But you can be white and not tan and burn. And some people are like that too. Probably more common in the Nordics, I would say. You're translucent. Yeah, you're scale 1, but there you go. Yeah, I have to flee from the sun in summer like a vampire. I understand that. I understand that. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. What have we got? Boom. That's Street Fighter 4. No, 3. That's Ryu from Street Fighter 3, right? Okay, he's already dead after that, but whatever. Man, how do they do these? I wonder how long it takes. Once again, he's dead. Oh my god. Damage output is very low. Hadouken, yeah. Who do you bet on? Who do you bet? My money's on Ryu. My money's on Ryu. Wow. Man, that's a supersonic Shoryuken. Usually it's the other way around, right? Cool. We got a oh wow. Oh no, come on. I almost thought it was gonna be friendly fire. Wow. Can he still use it, the hook, or is it gone now? Man, look at that. I love it. Boom. Did he win? Oh. Come here. Wow, this is epic. Wow, whoever did this. That's awesome. Whew. Uh-oh. All he needed is one, but Scorpion is in danger. Come on, Ryu. Come on, Ryu. They're both in danger. Oh, he tried the fatality. He tried the fatality. Uh-oh. Come on, Ryu. Man, this is getting intense. I'm invested. I'm invested. Nice kick. Oh no. Did Scorpion win? Oh no. Yeah, this is better than some live action fight scenes, absolutely. I'm gonna tell her about the hair. The end. Wow, that was great. I'm glad that Ryu won. I'm really glad that Ryu won. That was fantastic. That was great.
How's it going?
Oh, very well. We were all talking about your wonderful green hair.
My green hair?
Yeah, your hair is great because it's green.
Where?
See, meta wife of the green hair. There you go. They're saying it.
Oh, well, good. I'm
Your
glad.
hair is green today.
Oh, perfect.
So green, see?
Oh, yeah, this right here. I mean, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you know, super
Yeah.
green. It's
Can't
like
get
green.
can't get more green than that.
Absolutely.
Very green, very green. Now what happened is that I misspoke and I wanted to say you have green eyes.
Oh.
And I said you have green hair. So now you have green hair. I got cheese, guys. I got cheese.
Are y'all playing games now?
No, we were watching a video about video games, yeah, but in a little bit I'm thinking of switching to some Heroes of Might and Magic, yeah. Because I need my dose of Heroes of Might and Magic, my daily dose of Heroes of Might and Magic. They want to know what cheese it is, the Cheesatron. I think, yeah, Baby Bell, always Baby Bell,
Yeah.
every stream. And this is what, the
The cheddar one, white cheddar.
white cheddar, guys. Is the it's the white supremacist cheddar, guys.
Oh my god. Don't be careful.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Huh? Hello, everybody. Thank you, Daniel. Hellbringer of cheese, yes.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? On Twitch and YouTube. Hi, everybody. Saint Sir Nicholas, Ricky, Londo. Developer, I'm here. Hello. The reason I'm not getting too far in is because I got a spray tan earlier. So I'm like really, I haven't washed my face yet. So I'm like real dark right now. So I got a spray tan. Hi, everybody.
White cheddar, white cheddar. Yeah.
What?
The camera.
Oh, you could see my face
Yeah.
isn't even in camera.
It was a little
Oh,
bit.
sorry.
Hello, hello. But yeah, I think it would be nice to
What
switch
book
to.
am I currently reading? So Melanie, I'm reading a book called Twisted Hate, from the Twisted series by Anna Huang, but I'm listening to Releasing 10, which is the next book in the Boys of Tommen series that just came out last week.
Mm-hmm.
The Boys of Tommen series is set in Ireland, in Cork.
Aged cheddar is better. I'll have to try that. But I think I like all types of cheddar, to be honest. What is the best traditional Sicilian cheese? Gosh, in Sicily?
Fontina.
But Fontina is not from Sicily, though. You can eat it in Sicily, but it's not from Sicily. I'll have to think about it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel Lobo. Should see the Evo Moment 37 is a short 1 million video. 1 minute video. I see, well, not 1 million. One Evo Moment 37. Yeah, we'll check it out. I do want to switch to some gaming, though.
Saint Sir Nicholas. The only D&D novels I've read are Drizzt. That's all I've read.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best, by the way. So yeah, you started very well. Yeah. Pecorino's good. Ricotta's great. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Pecorino was Sicilian. Like
I don't think it
Pecorino
is.
Romano.
No, it's not. It's from Rome. They just say they like it, I
Gotcha.
think.
Pecorino Siciliano.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, in Sicily, I'll have to think about
I
it.
think they're just being funny.
Yeah.
If anyone here ever goes to Sicily for vacation, you must, like, specifically Palermo in that area, or if you could like drive to Palermo, there's a place called Siculo, and it's like my favorite pizza ever.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so good.
It really is good. Siculo is great. Next time we go to Palermo, first night, we need to order that pizza.
Oh my God. I hope
Yeah,
it's
I'll tell
still
my
open.
dad.
Imagine if
Oh,
they
for
were-
sure. They're very, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Is it wrong to have ricotta with Nutella?
Oh gosh, ricotta with Nutella. I mean, it depends because we do use ricotta to make with sugar as a filling for a lot of Sicilian desserts. So I guess no. It wouldn't be my favorite combination, but I would say no.
Imagine if you just had like a bowl of ricotta and then just put Nutella.
Nutella in it? Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that, honestly. Yeah. I think one day I could make a video, Daniele Fabbro, dedicated to all of the different Italic populations in Sicily. Absolutely, there are a few. So that could be an interesting one to make.
Arancini are really good.
Yeah. Caponata as well. Totally. Jasper Owens knows his stuff. Yeah, caponata is very Sicilian. It's like
Caponata. Have I seen it?
I didn't. Yeah, I think you did. It's like when you have tomato sauce, vinegar, and eggplant / aubergines, and then green olives. That's pretty much what it is. And then you mix it all, and you can eat it. And it's a very typical Sicilian thing. It's excellent. I like it a lot. Yeah. Meta Chef videos when? Well, I don't know. We'll have to work on those, Nicholas.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye, chat. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Are you good? You need anything?
I'm good. All right, let me move the microphone a little bit because I need to get closer. If I get muted, I'll unmute myself. But I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, good stuff. So I want to play a bit now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch. We can still talk, by the way. Obviously, I'm still gonna read the comments by Daniele, but I do want to play a little bit. So let me see. We can play and talk. I want to do a little bit of Heroes of Might and Magic because I love Heroes of Might and Magic. So let me close these. There you go. Splendid. All right. So let me see how we're doing. Let me close everything I don't need. Not that it's a heavy game in any way, shape, or form, but it's nice to have stuff closed anyways. All right, cool. Let me open Steam. Steam. I've got a game to finish. We started it the other night, and I gotta finish it. Play. 1 second. Let's go. We're all guests on his stream right now. Absolutely, Justin. How do I like America? I like it a lot. I like living in America.
7 weeks have passed since we set sail from Enroth.
Absolutely.
Slaves freed.
Alright, we gotta load it. Yeah, I'll have to finish Silent Hill 4 at one point. Absolutely. Well, guests on streams, they have to be content creators, yeah. To have a guest on the stream, generally speaking, I would say. Unless it's like some big shop professor or something. Nicholas. Oops. There we go. I didn't want to close the game, but I do want to... 1 second. Load the game. And then we're going to single player. And then we go... Let me see, what did I call it? I think I called it 1 moment. Yeah, I think I found it. I think it's this one. Can't see it. Very fun tonight with the elves. I think it's that one. What a name. Let me see if it is. Yes, it is. I do remember the is it though? I'll share my screen in a second. Just let me double check. Because it's pointless to share the screen if it's not the correct one. I don't think it is this one now. Okay, 1 moment. I gotta find it. I have to find it. Single. Night of the Elves. Maybe I have too many called like that. Maybe I called them Muppets now that I think about it, actually. I think I may have called it Muppets. I can check the autosave as well. Maybe that will do it. Let me see. See if it's that one. Yeah, it is. Found it. Nice. Great. We got it. We're back. We're back, my friends. But I just need to find a way to show the screen. 1 second, because I need to... Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I'll get it right. Let me open my Troy thing and just put it here for a second, because I was working on the thumbnail of this. Doesn't matter, really. Let me see. So if I go into window capture, game capture, there we go, found it. And then I go into heroes. That will do it. That should do it. And then remove this. And in theory, if I resume the game, this should work. Let's see if it does. Game capture, not yet. Let me see why. Heroes of Might and Magic, I did do it. Heroes of Might and Magic, yeah, it should do it. I'll try it again, but I can use display in the worst case scenario. Yeah, I think I'll just use display capture. Let's just use display capture. I know that one works, so I just have to do this and then reopen the game. Done. Sorry for that. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so where were we? I think we have attacked and taken the city in the north. We did do that. Is the music too loud? It shouldn't be. It's pretty low. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you for your patience, guys. Then we took the city in the bottom here. Let me see if we have defenses. No, because we moved out with the forces. Yeah. And then in the capital... Yeah, this one was an infernal city, in fact. And then, yeah, second city. And then in the capital, we started producing gold dragons. Yeah, okay, I remember now. How are we doing with money? Pretty badly. It is what it is. Let's pass the turn. I love this game. I love this game. I'm American. Not American. Yeah. The game Roman Empire Wars. No, I don't know about that. I have to check it out. Okay, so we were taking this stuff because we want money. And more money. And more money. Thank you. And more money. Thank you. Do you want to fight the Wyvern, I think Wyvern monarchs for the artifact? Maybe not right now. I do want to go get more forces. This is, let me see, this is underground that we were exploring. We were exploring the underground. Yeah. Cool. And this is the secondary hero. And we were going to check out in the north to see if we can fight. But there is an enemy hero here. It only has a few though, so let me see if I can recruit some troops just for defense. Yeah. They won't attack already with this. We can upgrade them, better gear, and give them a few of these. Oh yeah, totally, we can recruit. Okay, cool. We need more money though. We definitely need more money, ladies and gentlemen. What are we gonna do about that? How's the chat? Dwarven treasuries are great. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that next turn. Totally. Totally. I am blocking the mini-map, you're right. I'm gonna move it to the left very quickly, sorry. Just need a second. Make it a little smaller. And we're back. Yeah, we need more money. We need more money. Now, this guy... I wanted to go and explore, but I don't know if I should go and get more troops first. He's the secondary hero. He's got dragons. We need to upgrade the dragons anyway, so let's go and upgrade them. We need a powerful army to destroy blue. That's what we need. Okay. And brown. And red. We need to destroy all of them. Alright, let's get him. He's the main hero, Ivor. We need to upgrade these forces, and then I'm gonna go and look for their home. Hit them where they live. I mean, that's kind of what this explorer is doing down here. Look. Ooh. I think I found brown, or at least one of. We'll probably get... Well, I do have some troops. Can he destroy me? Maybe. But it doesn't really matter, because now I know where they live. Now I know where you live. So we need treasuries, right? Right? Do we have a treasury here? Here we do have it. Second city. Metatron hates blue, red, and brown. Oh my gosh, no. Let me... we do need a treasury. We need 10 ore. We don't have 10... How do we not have 10 ore? It's insane. We do have it. Why can I not build it? Oh, we need a miners guild. Alright, let's do it. In preparation of that, so we make more money. I agree with making more money. I agree. That's a town with no fortification. That town, you're right. So probably it's like a secondary town they have. But still, we appreciate that. Okay. Ooh, gold dragon immediately. 5 of the elves on horseback. It's a nice situation here. All right. Is the north protected? No. Okay, we need to protect the north, guys. Let me get a new hero. Yeah, like this guy. Or maybe this guy. I can't. Why? No money? Next turn. Next turn, we need to make sure we are protected in the north. The soundtrack is so good. You're so right. Good evening, Bestia Noctis. Are they gonna try? Are they gonna attack? Ooh, they did. Alright, let's see if we can survive this. It's not a main hero. It's just an explorer, so I don't particularly care. Whatever damage I can deal, I'll take it. Whatever damage I can deal, I'll take it. I'll take. Nice, so let's block their archers. That's good. Do that. Come on. Okay. Good damage, good damage. I don't think I can win it. But it doesn't matter, because he's just an explorer. I will try, though, to deal as much damage as possible. Let's take these... the eyes. Let's take the eyes down. Okay. I don't know. Do you think I can win it? It is nostalgic, isn't it? Data. Do you think I can win it? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, so let's take care of maybe a first strike against these, because these are gonna be tough. Yeah. But I'll do it from here, so I also block the ranged. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Oh, that was great. Now I feel a lot more confident. Now I do. Take him out. Nice. Yeah, no, I think I can win it. Alright, let's burn these guys up. The troglodytes. The troglodytes. Then demons. The reason why I'm using demons is because it's from the colony in the north. I'm an elven player, like rampart, so I use creatures of the forest, but you can still recruit when you conquer. So that's basically, this is all cannon fodder for me. The rising of the Metatron, yeah. Absolutely. What a game, I know. Burn them. Burn them to the ground. Oh yeah, we destroyed them. I did not think it was gonna go this well. We can take this town now. I know it's probably only their secondary, but we can take it. We almost had no losses. GG. That was good. You know the game. Yeah, it's Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Bestia Noctis. Thank you, thank you. What do we got? Power. Power, we'll take it. Scouting is good. Yeah, that was good. When they attacked, I thought that they seemed confident. So I'm like, I don't know, do they have something I don't know? Are the troops strong? But not really, no. Alright, what do they have? Can we take it? I think so. Let's try it. Let's siege it. Let's siege it. Okay, they don't even have fortification. You're correct. So it's not even a siege. This is gonna be a massacre, guys. This is gonna be a massacre. And I'm all in for it. Wow. One shot. One shot. One shot. Yeah, they had ignorance and overconfidence. You're right, Face. You're absolutely right. Yeah, we took this. That's nice. Basically free. Basically free. No losses. And the town is ours. We give her advanced scouting so she can keep exploring. Let me see what we've got here. Oh, it's a... Okay, it's one of those. It's a dungeon. Do they have... What forces? Oh, they don't have the fort. And I can't make it? Cannot build the structure. So they can't produce troops. It's just for a little money. Well, 2,000 is not a little money. We're getting 2,000 gold every turn just because of this. That's great. That went fantastic. Now let's go upgrade our troops so we can go and wage war. And I have to be careful in the north. I'm gonna attack those blue heroes right there. I'm gonna attack all of them. All right. So, let's see. Let's begin with the underground. So let's continue exploring the underground realm. Cool. This guy needs to go and upgrade. Can do it here. The main hero, I kind of want him to do the same thing. We need to upgrade and recruit. This town, we need to be a little more careful. Let's recruit more troops. Man, they have a lot of these. Yeah, get me some. Boom. Now it's a strong army. And let's teach him a lesson. So let's see. Nothing. Troops. So let me think. Can I take all of them out? Maybe. I'll take out these first. Because these have nothing. I want to take these guys out. Nice. Oh, absolutely, Nicholas. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Oh, it does produce troops? You're right. I should have clicked on the individual things. I'll do it next turn. No problem. Let's show them how much it hurts. Let's show them. Man, that's a cavalry force if I've ever seen one. Look at that. GG. Alright, so this one is dead. Archery, thank you. Then we're gonna take this one out. Man, blue is gonna suffer. Blue's gonna suffer. Good to have you here in the chat, Melanie and Lady Jennifer. So, before he runs away, shoot them dead. Thank you. That was some proper cleaning. Alright, now, what they could do is walk around me and take the town. But since they only have that, all I need to do is really put anything in the town, and they won't be able to do it. I'll put a couple of dragons in it. I don't even need to spend that much money. I'll just put this. They'll die with the towers. I don't even need to spend money. A little bit. Okay. This already makes it so that they can't take the town. Now, you said I can recruit forces here. Let me have a look. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't have the money, though, so next turn. Never have money. You liked 4? Yeah, 4 was good as well. It's one of my least favorite, but I don't hate it. Like, some people absolutely hate it. I don't. I actually like it. It's just that, to me, it's not as good as the others. Yeah, they didn't even try. Take them out. I need to understand where they're coming from. Where is blue coming from? The underground, you think? It's basically a hunt now. It's a blood hunt. Yeah. Trip down memory lane, absolutely. Alright, so we took care of that. Let's figure out where blue is coming from. It was coming from the north. So I'm going to take this. And then we will move north and find out where they're coming from. In the meantime, this hero is going to upgrade the dragons into gold dragons. Upgrade everything they've got. I don't think I can upgrade these yet. No, it doesn't really matter. And he's going to get... Let me think. What's the fastest thing? I could give him everything. Man, that's an army. That is an army, my friends. Give him everything. Buy more. Like these. And I guess... Yeah. So give him this. Give him this. And then this hero can start making its way here to give them to the main. So thank you. Now, the main still has to do some upgrades, so I didn't really help that much, but it makes me feel like I helped, even though I didn't. Man, that's an incredible army. That is we can take anything on. We can take anything. And that's what I'm planning on doing. We need to get those dragons, actually. So, let me see. I mean, I could do this. Double dragon. Double dragon in honor of... You know what? I'm going to do double... Well, no, it's a lot more powerful to upgrade them. So I'll upgrade them. But that army can take on anything. So, okay. So there is a little sea section underground. Let's explore it. I love the exploration part of it, by the way. Oh no, never sick of you, Lady Jennifer. Absolutely not. You're great. Is that... Yeah, that would be my capital. The one on the east is my capital. The big one, though. Yeah. Okay. What are they gonna do? I forgot to reinforce the north. I hope I don't lose it. I didn't. Good. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try a maneuver. Let me see if I can do it. This guy can move, get the dragons from him, take the green dragons, and go back, upgrade them. I don't have... Why not? Why can I not upgrade them? Because I don't have, what, crystals? No, I have crystals. Why do you not upgrade them? Why not? What do you think it is? I don't have enough crystals. Well, there is a way to know. I can split them and see if it lets me upgrade a lower number. Yeah, so it's a money problem. Yeah, it's a money problem. So I can sell something, so we have the money. Let's do that. Let's sell a little bit. We have a lot of wood. What do we even do with that? Okay. And now should let... Yeah, good. Solved. And now that we did this, anything else we can add? Well, I'll keep these for defense. I'll keep these to defend the town. Give him back the stuff. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay. Take the dragons. That's a lot of dragons. We can take on literally anything. With this army, nothing can stop us. So I'm just going to go. And the second army... This one is exploring to see if we can find them. Great. This army now is of course mostly depleted, so this army is gonna have to go and get some different stuff, to be honest. So we'll do that. Okay. And then this girl was going north. I don't particularly care they took this. Let's go north. We need to find the blue. It's a turn-based strategy game. Boy, it used to give you an idea. Now, let me see the north. Is the north in danger? Well, I don't have money anyway, so we'll have to take care of it next turn. Make sure they have some defense. Okay. So, the main hero is the beast. He's gonna go to the northwest, where I believe the main town that belongs to the Brown is. So main hero is gonna do that. He's gonna take care of Brown and just eliminate them. This hero is continuing to explore. Ooh, I see some blue and red there. This hero has no army, so he's just gonna go and get some reinforcements. This hero is continuing the exploration, the hunt for blue. Oh, they came through the sea. I see. It's still charming. You're absolutely right, Ufonsu. You're absolutely right. No problem, Napoleon. Thank you for being here. Good night. Shoot them dead. That's actually a lot of them. That is a lot of them. I hope I can kill them, to be honest. I'm gonna have some losses here. Oh well, never mind. Not with these guys. I forgot I have a lot of cavalry. Not a problem, guys. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah. Take him out. Nice. They probably accumulated because they were left untouched, but doesn't matter. They're going down. Yeah, I lost those, but I don't particularly care about those. GG. Should be good experience and good money. Fortify the north, always. I'll do it now. Anyways, let's take them this. And then we take all the treasures because we need them. And then I'm gonna say let's go. I'll take this in a second because we need it for the dragons. Let's fortify the north, you're correct. So I'm gonna get a hero, put him here, and give him some distance fighters and some tanks. And already this is a little bit of a defense, okay. This guy stays here to defend the capital. That's his job. He just stays here and defends the capital. We'll buy troops next turn. We did what we needed to do. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Tristan, thank you for being here. Okay. So this is the superhero. We're gonna continue this way. Nice. Okay. You keep exploring. I wonder if they have a town here. Okay, and then yeah, take this back and get on the boat because we need to find them. We can show. We can know. We cannot show. Ooh, blue has been vanquished, guys, because I did kill 3 of his heroes. 2 colors left. We got brown and red left, and I'm going to take brown down very soon. And then all we'll have to do is deal with red. I have no idea what red's capital is, though. Literally no idea. Blue is dead. That was good. Okay. Well, let's go explore. We need to keep exploring if we need to find them. The north is in danger because of a red army. So we need to recruit in the north to be able to keep this town. Mostly for the money. So I'm gonna give them some of these guys, some of these demons, a couple of devils. Yeah, I don't think I can take it, to be honest. I honestly don't think they can take it. I don't. That's a good army right here. I shouldn't have these, though. They will give me morale, problems with morale. There we go. I think it's a strong army, and we could, if we really want to, I could sell a little bit, but honestly, nah, they can't take it with that. Bring it on. Demons in the snow, I know. Yeah, I'm not afraid of them. Oh, there is a town here, look. Let's take it. Let's do a little detour. We'll take this town from Brown. It's great. I did not know that Brown could have a town in this area. Good to know. Keep exploring. I have to fight. How strong are they? A horde. No, I can't do it, unfortunately. Exploration of the underground has become a little harder. I need a stronger hero. We're gonna recruit a lot of forces, so we have a secondary hero. And because I want to build a stronger secondary hero, to be honest, so that I don't have to have the main hero everywhere, if you know what I mean. All right, let me get a couple more forces here just to help. 69 of these, good. Okay, now you explore the northwest in preparation for the invasion. This guy just take command of these troops and wait. Let's go. That's a brown town, yeah. Let's take it out. Alright, let's go. This should be easy. Yeah, they've got some forces, but that's gonna be easy. I got 18 gold dragons. What are you gonna do? 7 is good. I like 6 too, to be honest. You call that a defense? You call that a defense? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at this siege. Already we opened this. Now, dragons. Go in and remove... Who are we going to take out? Archers. Let's take knights. These guys. Burnt to a crisp. Thank you. Cavalry. Go. Thank you. It's a very mobile army, by the way, the forests. Rampart. Very mobile. Shoot them dead. Yeah. We've taken the town. We've taken the town. They're dead. I actually prefer it that they're attacking these guys and not my... Thank you. Am I not... Okay, done. GG. Nice. Okay, so we took this down. Ooh, there is a gold mine. I do want that. I do want that. I need to take care of these Chaos Hydras. We could do it. We could do it. Not a problem. Take them out. That's a lot of them, but we have dragons. We have dragons. Let's go. How many did I... How many? Yeah, I halved it. Nice. Now go take care of these. Thank you. They're very tanky, though. They're very tanky. We will have some losses here. Hopefully not too many. Excellent morale. Excellent, man. The elves. I love the elves. I love the elves. Stop it. Okay, so. Thank you. Down. Cavalry. See if you can take care of these. Thank you. I did lose quite a bit of cavalry. That's annoying, but it's fine. We're taking a golden mine, so that's okay. Those I don't care about. Yeah. Dead. Cool. 28 is a little high, but 9,000 experience. Man, that alone. Am I right? Scouting, so we can move a little absolutely, Eagle Eye. Oh, totally. Alright, what were they defending? Hydra Pond. Nah, I don't want to fight the gods like now. No more Hydras for now. I want the gold mine. You keep exploring here. I don't think there are players here. Probably not. Now I was exploring this side, but it's blocked, so we need to go this way. Okay. Yeah, the red didn't even try. Red didn't even try. Red is down here, though. Have I got that defense? Yes. Red is really annoying. Let's get troops. How are we doing? It's not a great army right now. I need some money. Need some money and recruit more. Yeah. Yeah, we need more army. Better. How strong are they? Yeah, not that strong. Particularly if they try a siege, they be annihilated. Yeah, hexagonal maps at the top. Superior to squares from a strategic perspective. Absolutely. No questions about that. Alright, so we got the gold mine. That's nice. But now I'm going to go back into the sea because I want to go and take the main city. This one is going to continue exploring the underground. Ooh. Okay, now we need to make a decision. No, I'm not strong enough to take them out. On a naval battle, we need to retreat with these forces. Alright, cool. What's gonna happen? What are you gonna do? Okay. I wish I could move more. Alright, let's keep exploring. So we explored that part. Let's explore the northern part. And this one needs to... Is this strong? Kinda, not really. So we need to find a way to... And okay, so brown is surrounding this town. That's annoying. That is doing that. I don't know if they're gonna attack, but I have to try and go here. Do I have anything yet? I do have an army, though. Doesn't... Yeah, they don't worry me. Plus, it's weak. We'll be fine. They're mostly upgraded, except for the dragons, so we're fine. Yeah. You get more of these. Boom, that's a big army right there. I can probably punch through. Cool. They didn't attack in the north, so they're not confident. We'll take care of these heroes in a moment. Alright, main hero is back on the sea, so we can continue our... Hello, Joe. So good to have you here. Main hero's back. We continue exploring here, but I don't think there is anything else to see here. We can go back up in this area. Okay. And we could... I want to take care of these. Let me see. We'll see if they attack me. They might. Okay. And can we get more forces? It's new week. Of course we can. Okay, nice. Now I'm more confident about it. Now that's an army. Let me see. That's an army. And I'm gonna kick some ass. Let's go. Where are the brown? Where is the brown? Where did he go? I don't see him here, but I can go attack the red. What is brown doing? He went away. I think he went down here. We should check that. Let's go. Okay. Oh, he was not. I didn't see him. Damn him. Well, I'll take care of him. Okay, so he wants to take this town of mine. Damn you. You're so annoying. Did you know that? Do I have a defense here? No, but can I buy one? Because I don't really want to go with the main. But I need to be able to defend this. Do they even have forces? They do. Not great. Let me think about this. Okay, so if I buy everything, let me see. If I recruit everything, would that be enough to hold them off? I'm not sure, guys. I mean, of course I can retake it with the main. It's just going to take time. So I would rather I manage to defend it, to be honest. So I'm going to try that. And we're going to upgrade. We need a hero for defending this. Okay. Have you ever tried King Arthur Legion 9? No, I haven't. It sounds good. I'll have to try it. Is it good? Okay, so what? Let's upgrade the... Can we upgrade the elves? Do you think we can defend this? I'll try. There we go. We'll see if we can defend with this. I don't know. The devils can fly. Yeah, they have 3 flyers, which makes it really annoying. I still think we can defend it though. Just a scenario, Joe. I think I can defend it. Okay. Yeah, because I want to go and take the main town. If needed, we'll come back for it. Okay, so the red went away, did they? No, they're on the... Are they on the right? I can't even see well. They're here. All right. Well, I want them dead. So how about we take these forces and annihilate them? How about we do that? I don't reach. Well, then I need to wait for them here. That's fine. Now this. The red moved away. That's good. Can I take care of the brown here? I hate when I can't reach them, but if I put myself here, they have to go through me. So that's fine. This one, kind of want to recruit more. How strong is this guy? Pretty strong. Let's give him more forces. Yeah, I'll give him this, and I'll give him the archers, and I'll keep the dwarves for defense. Okay. This we're gonna wait. Let's wait it out. They did attack. Alright, let's see if we can defend it, guys. Let's see if we can defend... Well, it is a high fantasy, so it's probably why it is. Let's see if we can defend it, guys. It's gonna be tough, but I think it's doable. I want to defend my archers at all costs, so these stay here and defend. Well, they slaughtered my archers with magic. So already the archers are out of the equation. If they use magic like that, I don't know if we can do it then. Damn it. Now that I know that they have strong magic, I think we can't defend it. We'll have to come back for it. That's okay. Let's see though. Let's see how it goes. Because they still have to deal with the DPS from the towers. Okay, devils are in. Let's see if we can take care of them. Okay. I'm gonna focus fire on the devils for now. I mean, it's kind of pointless. You're basically dead, so I'll keep you for now like this. Focus fire on the devils. No, I don't think we can defend. I'll try, but it's really difficult. It's gonna be a close victory though. Witcher 4 in-game trailer? No, I haven't. We'll check it out in a second. Okay, archers are down. Yeah, no, I can't win. I can't defend. Too strong, too strong. I'll have to come back for it. Not a problem. We'll come back for it. Not a problem. Still want to do as much damage as possible. Good. They lost that. Bad morale. We like that. We like to see that. He summoned demons. Okay. How much damage? Can we kill at least one of the devils? Yeah. Yeah, I needed a magic hero for this one. You're absolutely right. Although then again, I don't think I could defend it. I could have defended it, but I did do some damage. We'll come back for it. Not a big deal. Okay, so main hero needs to go and take their main city, which I believe is here, the capital. Because once we take their capital, then they're gonna be in trouble. They'll go back to retake it. Also, let's eliminate these guys, and then we'll take the second town at that point. We'll do that. Now we'll punish these. Yeah, this is good. I mean, this army's strong. We can use it to go in underground and go look for them. In fact, I could retake it with this army, to be honest. I'll probably do it. We'll do a devil thing. Okay, just leaving these for defense. Let's eliminate this red guy. No problem, Lady Jennifer. Alright, take him out. Take him out. That's what I want to see. GG. I'm gonna be surprised if they don't retreat. Because, I mean, look at that. These 14 can be annoying, so I'll have to be careful with those. Oh, never mind. I thought they were gonna be annoying. They weren't. Man, the 9 devils. Destroying everything they touch. Oh, friendly fire. Forgot about that. Then you stop. Yeah, friendly fire is annoying with these guys. Okay. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Daniel. They ran away, I knew it. Okay, but we do have this strong army. Now that we have removed the immediate danger, we should go and retake that town. How about we do that? These guys go here and wait for the next week so we can recruit some nice elven forces. Yeah. And this guy has a decent army. Let's send them in the underground over here and see what we can find. Because I think the red dwells underground, personally. They took my golden... You know, I'm... This. I can't wait to take here their main capital. They need to suffer. Alright, let's go get it. And you... So there's no other enemy here. No, let's check out the underground here. Alright. What have we got? What have we got? Let's see. They will pay. They will pay, guys. Alright. Show me the fiber of your fabric. That's a street. That's a road, guys. All roads lead to a city. You know what that means. Alright, let's retake this quickly. And in the meantime, I think the exploration is going well. Ooh, is that a red town? Probably a secondary town, but still. Good to take it. Good to take it. Hello, capital of the enemy. Well, they do have... This is their capital 100%, Sorrow Crown. But we have so many troops. We'll take losses because of the pack. And lots of shooters. But we can do it. I'm going to try it, guys. It's not going to be an easy siege. But once we take this, they'll be on their knees. So it's worth doing it. Let's go. They have some black dragons as well. Pack of black dragons, maybe, but we have so many golden dragons that I'll be honest with you. I honestly think this is gonna be... Let me see if I can take out this tower, though. Yeah, good. Alright, miss... Oh, son of a mother. Destroy them. Destroy them. Gold versus black. Yeah, look at that. I didn't even lose any. Their dragons are already dealt with. Yeah, that's great. I lost some elves and I hated that, but actually, I thought I would have lost more. It's probably the Mithril armor, guys. Mithril works. Mithril works. One dragon left. Let's wait with the elves so we can remove the dragon and see if we get to shoot. Remove the dragon, dwarves. Thank you. Okay, their dragon is dead. Let's attack with the trees. This is gonna be... Yeah, great. Shoot them. You know what? We need to shoot their shooters. Although then again, here I would have full damage. I can't resist. Full damage, guys. I can't resist. Go for it. Yeah, look at that. That was great. Great to see. I'll send the golden dragon against their shooters. And I'll put him in the middle so I block both. Splendid. Yeah, this was a piece of cake. Never mind. I wish I hadn't lost some elves, but whatever. This was a piece of cake. I told you, this hero is a beast. GG. Ah, well, the troglodytes don't count. They don't count. They're just troglodytes. They're just troglodytes. Yeah, I don't even need to shoot anymore. Nice shot. GG. And now they lost their capital. How about that, you muppet? Yeah, these 52 I wish I didn't lose, but considering destroyed 10 black dragons, this was great. Okay, so now they're definitely gonna go into panic. They might come back from here, so we'll put them here for a second. Our second hero is gonna take the second town. Oh, they didn't even have forces. Lovely, love to see it. That was great. And the second hero is going to stay here. So in this turn, we took 2 towns from the enemy. And we're going to take this one. Man, what a turn. What a turn. The red is a muppet. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Go. Green dragons, thank you. Green dragons are pretty. Okay. Oh, come on, stop it. You muppet. Okay. Thank you very much. GG. And we took this down too. Great. This was a great... Like, give him some magic. Alright, so we took this. Continue exploring. I guess, can you even go through that? I don't even know. Let me see. All right, so what are they gonna do? Let's see. What you gonna do about that? Doesn't seem like they can do anything. So let's have a look with the main, since there are no brown heroes nearby. Let's have a look at the underground here, just to have a quick look. See what we've got. I don't want to go too far away though. Just in case. Alright. And you were exploring. Okay. We have basically explored everything underground, and mostly, I think. So, where are the rest of their towns? Alright, what you gonna do, Brown? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna... Oh! Oh, he's gonna try. Okay, if they attack the secondary town, it means they're desperate. That's what it means. Let me have a look upstairs here. So, there's no immediate threat. The only immediate threat is here by these guys. Okay. So, let's strengthen this defense. Let's give it... Mixing is never a good idea, though. I wish I had more forces, but I still think I can defend it. What I could do... Yeah, it wouldn't be, no. I'll just defend it with this. I mean, 9 devils. Yeah, they're not gonna take it. I don't wanna... Because I could get the 14 archers. Be nice for a little extra DPS. But then it's gonna influence the morale of the troops. I'm not gonna risk that. They'll defend it. They'll defend it. They'll be fine. So what's more interesting is making sure we can keep... We have no immediate dangers anywhere else. So the main... I don't think there is any danger near the town we just conquered. Am I right? What town is it again? It's this one. No. This one. Okay. Yeah, their capital, no immediate danger. So the main can continue exploring a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, but it connects here. So unless there is a town here... Yeah, there is. Ooh, it's a brown town. Oh my gosh. I'm the brown player's nemesis. I'm the worst nightmare. I'm the worst nightmare. They attacked. Alright, so let's see if we can defend it because they're desperate. Let's go. Can we defend it? I'm gonna play very defensively. I'm gonna keep everything inside here. Yeah, no, I think we can defend it. Yeah, look at that. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna wait for them. That's what I'm gonna do. Nah, they can't take it. It's an attack of desperation. That's what it is. Look at that area of effect. Bad morale. Bad morale. Of course you have bad morale. This is you're offing yourself. They desecrated Joan of Arc statue. Really, Joe? I didn't even see that. That's insane. As I say, I could send the devil here. Send the devil here. Thank you. Alright, let's take care of these red dragons very quickly. Nice. I think it's a desperate AI more than a stupid AI because I took a lot of their towns. So it's not like they have much of a choice here. Really. I want those dragons dead. That's what I'm talking about. We lost 1 devil, but I was expecting some losses. That's okay. As long as we keep this, it will give us a massive advantage in the war. Yeah, these demons will take care of these. I'm not even worried. Take care of them. Splendid. See, that's good that I didn't mix because the morale is really helping. Now, that's annoying that they can hypnotize my devils. That's annoying, but eventually they'll wake up. Man, their magic is strong. Good. It's okay. We'll clearly have to replenish this, but their morale is terrible. Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Dimitrios. Yeah, they can't even do anything. It's just, oh, finally, can I play? Finally, take him out. Seriously. Yeah, morale is a game changer. Absolutely right, Face. I mean, look at that. Use the Pit Lord to summon demons. You're right. Where is this? Is this guy the Pit Lord? Yeah, but I don't think they need to be upgraded. Maybe they are upgraded. How do I summon the demons? I don't remember. Because I don't see the skill. I don't know how to do it. From a dead ally. So, like this. Cool. Haha, really look at that. Lovely. Yeah, of course. Morale. They're like, they keep coming back. It's never gonna end. I mean, I kind of feel for them a little bit. Yeah, thank you for that, Matt. I gotta feel bad for them. But thank you, Q-Bandon, appreciate. How many times can they do it? Can I still do it? No. Fine. Once per battle, I guess. You're desperate. And if it was, they would be already dead if it wasn't for the magic of this hero. By the way, hypnotizing. But they are doomed anyways. And then, after we take this, we take the other town underground that we found. And then brown will be eliminated. And all that is left at that point is red. And once I find them, we hit them hard. We hit them where they live. And we will be glorious victors. What a game. Once per battle, that's what I thought, yeah. Oh, that was great. Wow, thank you for giving me all of this. Appreciate. Alright, so they failed. Expert scouting. Basic archery, thank you. Advanced archery, thank you. Good. Now we take their last town. No prisoners. No survivors. They're going down. Exactly, Boetius. They're going down. Fly it. Fly it. Of course. Wonderful. Man, I'd love to see it. Man, the morale is incredible. Should have probably attacked that one, but it's fine. It's fine, because we shoot them dead. Man, that was Duck Hunt. That was a medieval version of Duck Hunt with the elves. Thank you. Do they have anything else left? I don't think so. I think brown is finished. I don't know if there is something here on the west coast. And that's what we're going to explore. It might be red. It might be red. In fact, well, we need to kill this. How many? A throng of vampire lords. Maybe for the main. I'll do that with the main. And in the meantime, the second hero should start engaging with red. I kind of want to engage with red with the secondary hero. So what's the fastest way to do it? I probably shouldn't have even embarked. He needs to disembark. I want to engage with red. Okay. So the let me make sure that the towns are still safe. This town, no enemies, no enemies. Yeah, no enemies nearby our towns, so we're safe to move. The main is gonna attack this and explore this sector. Let's take care of these minotaurs. Man, a throng. That's a lot of them. I'll let them come to me. We don't need to have extra losses. Let's just shoot them dead. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Maybe an attack with the dragon. Gosh, I halved them, but I did lose a dragon, damn it. I should have waited a little long. Oh, come on. 2 dragons? How's that possible? Anyways, they're dead. 2 dragons, damn it. Give me logistics. I know leadership is usually the best one. I have so much money. Okay. Look. We need to do something about this. Let's get a new hero. This guy. I didn't even need it. Fine. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna recruit another punishment army. Another punishing army. We're gonna go and punish. Show them who's in charge here. Who's in charge here? Boom. That's second punishment army. Let's go. I'm attacking everyone. I'm sending everything. Here. Recruit. Boom. Armies. Thank you. Oh, I don't have any more money. Man, I just spent 100,000 like that. Oh, goodness gracious. Fine. Okay. Let's take him out. I'm surprised the brown is still not dead. Oh, red attacked. Ooh, they're gonna pay for it. They are gonna pay for it. They are so gonna pay for this. Anyways, let's see if we can defend it. Can we defend it? Red, you're gonna pay for this. Well, you need to enter. So there you go. You're gonna get shot. Send your flyers in. I have a feeling I can defend it, guys. Okay. It's annoying. Can I defend it? Let me see. How many? 15, 7. Remove, no retaliation. Okay, so remove the devil. Okay. Demons against these guys. Maybe. It depends. It depends if the walls crumble. The walls crumble. Then I don't think we can defend it, no. Because the devils are pretty strong, but they're not great for tanking. No, we can't defend it. Not a problem, we'll take it back. That secondary elven army that I just created, that's what it's gonna be used for. Oh, wait. We're not expecting that. We were not expecting that. Maybe, guys, maybe. It's close. It's close. Yeah, that's annoying. Take him out. Yeah, not enough damage for those. Okay. Nice. I don't know, it's close. It's a close one. Because I still have 7 devils. Those are not gonna be easy. Ooh. I think we could defend it, guys. I think we're gonna defend it. I did not think I could defend it. Yeah. Yeah, we win. I defended. We win. Oh, that was good. Red did not expect that, did he? Did not expect that, did he? You muppet. You muppet. Where's the face of the muppet? That's a muppet. This is a muppet. Right here. Oh, that was good. And they attacked the other town there. Oh, yeah, they're gonna take this one. Mother. Because brown needs a town, but that's annoying. We'll take it. We'll take it back. Am I excited about Olden Era? Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Raphael. Metatron, I saw a cool video about the infamous Roman dodecahedron called These Have Been Found all across ancient Rome. Nobody knows why. Pretty oh, yeah, yeah, I see what you're talking about. It's like that object that looks a bit like a dice with a lot of hole. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. That's a fascinating mystery, to be honest. It is. Thank you for the super chat, man. I'm trying to... I know I can't win it, but I want them to get as many losses as possible. Yeah. That's fine. Alright, we'll retake it. We'll retake it. It's just gonna take a little longer, but we'll retake it. Okay. In fact, you can go and retake it right now. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save the game. 1 second, because I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna save the game. I am starting to get, you know, sometimes when I do the live streams, I love live streaming. Let me call it Super Muppets Night Ultimate. Good luck for getting that. Super Muppets Night Ultimate. That's great. I was saying I love live streaming, but sometimes I get a little dizzy. I don't know if other streamers ever experienced that, but sometimes when it's like many hours of stream in a row, I start getting a little dizzy. So I think I might call it a night tonight. Simply, and the reason why I'm having a little bit of a shorter stream is also because tomorrow I'm going to have a longer stream, because tomorrow is my birthday. So we're going to have a birthday stream, guys, with you. And we're going to have members section with chat. We're going to have regular sections. We're going to play games. We're going to watch stuff. We're going to react. We're going to do a lot of stuff. It's going to be great. So I kind of don't want to overdo it tonight, mostly because tomorrow I'm going to need to be live for longer. Thank you for that, Kristen. I really appreciate that. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to have Glory to Pompey. Glory to Pompey, says Daniel. Always glory to Pompey. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to have at around 5, probably 5 Central Standard Time. And we're going to do that. We're going to have a live stream tomorrow for the birthday. It's going to be fun. Loving the idea of spending it with you guys. So we're going to do that. And grazie. T Chut. Oh my gosh, what a name. But thank you. Appreciate that. I haven't got a clue, Chips. I don't know where you are in the world. 5 Central. Daylight time is when I'm... It's always going to be between 5 and 5:30. Just add the extra 30 minutes because I'm a Southern Italian, okay? Then I'm relaxed. But generally speaking, also because I might take the wife out for a restaurant or to the restaurant, I guess in that situation, she's taking me out. So 5:30, gonna do the birthday live stream. It's gonna be fun. Thank you, Melanie. Good night to you as well. Thank you, Ninja. Appreciate that. Oh, you meant CST, yeah. I think it's CDT right now. Oh, you meant as a joke, meaning that I'm going to be late. Yeah. Well, I'm not that late. Goodness gracious. Appreciate that. Thank you, Jennifer. I'll be looking forward to see you as well. Glory to Rome. I'm going to go have dinner now. Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. Appreciate both on Twitch and on YouTube. And I will see you tomorrow. Looking forward to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good one. Good night. Ciao. Ciao. Good night.